Welcome everybody to our latest session of the Restoration of Cariele. As usual, we'll do a quick recap of what occurred last week, and then we will get started. So team, you will likely recall when we played last week, you guys were in the watery areas of the caverns, having just defeated the chieftain and killing two but leaving one alive, of this lizard folk clan. So having killed Jitrix, the chieftain, as well as one of his right-hand men, and then forcing the other one to surrender by forcing him on land, which was part of the ritual. You couldn't leave the water or otherwise you're out. You guys had successfully defeated this challenge, killed the chieftain, and restored the shaman, Thrask, of the clan back to power as the new/old chieftain. With that complete, you guys had a little bit of time here, and Thrask noticed something. You guys kind of noticed it as well. This sort of fire gathering over the water, and he quickly told all of you to look away while he dropped down to hands and knees and put his face kind of in the ground. And most of you accepted this advice. However, Blixel's curious nature got the better of him, and he kept his eyes open to try to catch a glimpse, a peek of whatever it was that was appearing. Thrask had said it was God coming to speak to him, and perhaps it was, perhaps hard to say exactly. All Blixel really made out was this fiery form floating above the water with this vibrant flame that pushed outwards, striking into everything, mostly just warming everything up in the area. But unfortunately for Blixel, that also seemed to torch his eyes, searing them and causing him to go blind. With this action occurred, Blixel, of course, was very distraught. It seemed as though Thrask was speaking in his native tongue. There was no response from this flame, this creature, whatever it was, but it seemed as though Thrask was carrying on a conversation with it. Went on for a little bit of time, and then eventually this creature seemed to vanish, and Thrask then stood and spoke to you all, letting you know that, it was indeed his god that had come to speak to him. And you guys were obviously concerned to see that Blixel had been blinded permanently after he informed you guys that he could no longer see. And so you guys started asking Thrask some questions, and Thrask didn't really seem like he wasn't angry, but he didn't have much of a sense of humor about this either. He was pretty much, well, I told you not to look, and you looked, and that's what happens when you try to look at God. So you guys asked, is there any way to fix this? Thrask said no, there was no way to fix it. And you guys tried some of your own magics and things, but nothing really seemed to do the trick. Knowledge of medicine, nothing like this really seemed to paint the path forward. So you guys realized that, unfortunately, Blixel was in a bad state. And you still had to make your way trying to track down this Grell that has harried you in your previous efforts here. Your goal is to try to kill that Grell and make this area safe for excavation, so you can actually set up your little mining operation and get some money flowing in the form of that extracted gold. So with that plan, you guys are going to make your way back to where the Grell was previously, though he wasn't there the last time you came through. You asked Thrask for some assistance, and he offered to send 4 archers along with your team to try to aid you in that battle. But he said if the Grell wasn't there, just send those archers back because he doesn't want them going too far away from the clan. You guys also asked some other information. Have they ever encountered the Orogs before? Thrask said that they had, though he said that the Orog's armor made it very difficult for them to hurt the Orogs much, so they would typically use the water to their advantage. It implied that they would kind of go in the water, try to get the Orogs close, maybe pull them in or push them in, and then that made fighting them a whole lot easier. But for the most part, he said the two sides don't encounter each other a lot. With this information in hand and your 4 lizardfolk archers in tow, you guys made your way out of this watery area and back towards the location of where you first encountered the Grell. As you guys made your way up and kind of scouted this area out, once again, the Grell was not there. So it was curious exactly where the Grell's gone. You guys aren't quite sure, but you looked at this as being a positive sign, primarily because this would allow you to get out of the area, make your way back to the capital to hopefully find some remedies for Blixel. So you guys did just that. You made your way out. Once you guys were out, you threw a total curveball and said, hey, why don't we go visit our hamlet where some of us grew up? And so you guys made a slight detour and made your way over to the hamlet. While you were in the hamlet, you guys noticed some little oddities there. A couple of you spotted this vision of what looked to be sort of like a juvenile, maybe a child of some kind, but very strange. The two of you that spotted it, I'm sure you know what I mean when I say strange. You tried to explain that to the others that didn't see it as best you could, and with varying degrees of success. You guys then decided to, you also found two bodies there in the hamlet. The High Crisps, the Richie Riches of the hamlet, they apparently had been hung, and you guys guessed that this was done by the guild when they had arrived previously. The state of the bodies and the state of decomposition seemed to line up pretty well that could very well be the case. With that complete, you guys decided then to continue your way to the kind of checking this area out. You decided to bury those bodies out in the area of where there was like a common graveyard here for the hamlet. And so you guys decided that once that was complete and you were looking to try to bury them, you really couldn't, decided to eventually burn them. There was enough wood, that kind of stuff left around. Based on the time you guys had left, it was pretty late in the day. Some of you suggested staying in the hamlet. However, there was this concern, again, this kind of unease in the area. So then a suggestion was made about what about heading to Celine's chapel, and perhaps once in the chapel, there would be more safety there, and Celine could also check up on her grandparents. The last time she came through, they were not there. So you guys made your way to the chapel. It was, for the most part, much as it was last seen. However, some of the protected woods that, these were sort of trees and things that were by the chapel that had always been off limits to the guild. About a quarter of those trees have since been harvested. So it seems as though the guild is no longer honoring that pact or that agreement. And of course, without guardians there to enforce that pact, who knows exactly how long that they've been at this, or if they're still cutting those trees down. But you guys did go to the chapel. Celine had a key, so was able to unlock the front door, make her way in, and once the team was inside, she had left a note there for her grandparents, found that the note was exactly where she left it, seemingly undisturbed. It didn't seem as though anything had changed in the area. Again, very much as you had left it, it seemed as though no one had been in the chapel for some time. As you guys continued searching around, just seeing if there was anything out of interest here or out of the ordinary, you did locate the trapdoor on the ground that led down below. Celine, of course, knew about this, but she had explained that her grandparents always told her that it was off limits to her, so sometimes they would go down there, but she didn't really know what it was for. So with the trapdoor detected, there was some questions of, well, maybe now is a good time to go down there, see if there's anything that would, kind of shed some light on maybe where the grandparents were. The trapdoor was very resolute. It seemed to resist your efforts to break it down. Eventually, you guys were able to determine that it was affected by an arcane lock spell, which made it quite powerfully reinforced both from damage and from picking it. However, you guys then decided to put some magic to the test with Gordon using a Dispel Magic spell, and you could notice this sort of rippling effect as the arcane lock was destroyed, making the trapdoor very easy to be opened. So with the trapdoor opened, some of you guys went down. Blixel stayed out because he was still stumbling around in his state of blindness. But those of you guys that did manage your way down, you found a pretty humble underground cellar kind of deal. There were these bookcases that seemed to be chock full of various books and journals and tomes, that sort of thing. There was a bed that contained both of Celine's grandparents. Then they were dressed up in what looked to be wedding attire. And they were lying there very still to all, casual glances, certainly looked to be deceased. Though they were in remarkably good shape for two individuals that were deceased. There was also a couple of mannequin holders you can think in the corners. These are typically used to hold clothing, so you can think of them as almost like wooden tees in a sense that you would drape clothing across. And there was a little sitting area, pretty common, the rest of it. You guys did examine the grandparents. Best you could tell, they again seemed to be dead. After a lot of discussion and back and forth, there was, and then of course Serena did her detect magic ability to sense the presence of magic, was able to determine if there was magic on both of them, and you guys eventually decided to take off their wedding attire, thinking that maybe this had some effect on them, or perhaps this is what was keeping them in this state. So after you very respectfully disrobed both of them and kind of, folded these clothes up nicely, you just waited some time thinking that maybe this would break the spell and then they would wake up after a period of time. You had previously determined that the effect that was on them was very similar to a spell that some of you are familiar with known as Feign Death. So with that complete, then there was about an hour of period of time when suddenly the grandparents did wake up. However, when they woke up, they both looked to be in quite the state of shock. Their eyes kind of flashed open, and their faces looked to be very much in shock, very unsettling, you might say. And within mere moments, this black inky cloud seemed to erupt between the two of them, and it seemed to hang there in the air. And very quickly, before you guys could even react, this strange silhouette of a form, which could probably best be described as a woman looking to be composed primarily of darkness, very dark features, dark hair, dark eyes, hands then stretched out, one seemingly typical humanoid kind of hand, human hand, the other very much a clawed hand, reached out, grabbing both grandparents and pulling them into this inky blackness. And then the blackness disappeared. So this all happened in an instant without you guys having really any chance to react whatsoever. This seemed to shock most of you guys, which of course it would. Céline then tried to see if there was anything she knew, not off the top of her head, because what in the world could this possibly be? However, she did decide, after consulting with you guys, to take a lot of the books and things that were in the bookcase here, and then you guys decided on the next day to make your way back to Carolinian proper. You traveled back that day, and then once you guys made it back to the capital, you kind of resumed some of your old duties, had some personal time. Blixel looked into trying to get some kind of an expert to come to repair his eyes. You guys reached out to the NRC with help from Gordon, as he's affiliated with them, and essentially an expert was indeed located, but that person would have to travel up here. There was a hefty fee involved in this, a total of 3,000 gold coins to get the individual here and have a couple of spells at their disposal. You guys borrowed some money from Lord Tannen to make this possible from the treasury, and of course this expert did arrive and was able to restore vision for Blixel. It wasn't a greater restoration spell that did the trick, however, it was regeneration. So a very potent spell indeed to restore his sight. Also during this time, Céline spent some time reading her books and the journals and things that she discovered, and was able to learn some additional information, which she shared in her write-up. So hopefully you guys had a chance to read that, and if not, of course, you could always ask her during session. But yeah, that was a quick recap, or a little bit less than medium-long recap, we'll say, of what occurred last session. Anybody have anything like to add?
Yeah, let's go back to the lizard folk. I had a couple of things, but we pretty much struck a deal. Like if we stay north of those guys, then we can deal with the Orogs and the mine. They're not concerned about that, but they were concerned about something further south. That we had to hold our breath and swim underneath and pop up somewhere and take care of some BBEG to the south that they were concerned about.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead and give yourself inspiration there, Gordon. Right. Brask explained to you guys that you could go south from here and it would require swimming. And then he mentioned that if you were to do that and swim underneath and then pop up in that area, as Gordon mentioned, you'd be in an area with a lot of strange growths. And you guys had to kind of go back and forth to get what he was saying. First, it was like, is this trees? No, turned out it was mushrooms. So once this was thrown out there by Blixel, I believe it was, then Thrask said, yep, it was indeed a bunch of mushrooms all over the place. And so what exactly is there is, again, unknown, but some of you may have guessed. Again, I know Céline made a guess in her journal there. But yeah, good addition. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and add. I don't think you said it, Adam. So in regards to Céline was able to communicate with her grandmother once or twice using a sending spell, but then it went dark when she tried it again the next day.
Yes, yep, that is correct. So before you guys woke the grandparents up, the sending spell was used, and Céline didn't get words back, but she got a strange sort of sensation, like perhaps the grandmother was in a deep sleep. Once you guys then took those clothes off and the grandparents were awoken, she was able to contact her once more, and the grandmother was able to give back some information, which again was very brief. But she said she thought that her and the grandfather were taken to Calcorwin, which is an island off the southeast coast of Anweer. But the next time Saline tried to contact her, it did not work, and any subsequent times also failed. Good addition there as well, Tyrant. Go ahead and take inspiration. Anyone else? Okay, hearing nothing else, then I think we are good to go. So, team, I'm going to put us back in Carolinian, is where we left off. And I'll go ahead and send everybody a card.
Oh, and I will say last week, I won't tell you what the card was, but I think it was my card that was unique that hasn't been used before. I was kind of, but not gonna share until new cards. So
Absolutely. It's been very interesting, the card system, because some of them, they all have the exact same chance of appearing, but some of them it feels like we've seen 6 and 7 and 8 times, and others never. So very, very interesting randomness.
So I have some business to do with the Cathbad. We've recovered his bones, or as much as we can from Dian, and I'm sure we'd like to have something settled with the family. So I'll probably head off and do that. I can do it privately and without role play, but
Sure, yeah. Now, remind me, did you guys like officially gather the bones? I know you've discovered them, but I don't remember if there was any discussion of like collecting them, putting them together.
Well, they're on my sheet.
All
Dian's
right.
bones.
That's good enough for me. If you've added them to your sheet, I will assume that you have them.
It definitely was collected.
I remember you grabbed a few, or Serena grabbed a few. Yeah. So
Because I was looking for the awesome robe, and
yeah.
and Adam destroyed it for me.
It was indeed torn to pieces by a beak.
Okay, so I will meet with the Cathbads and respectfully honor their ceremony and laying the bones to rest, and that might take just a few hours or so, I would imagine.
Sure. Now remember, we did a quick fast forward of 7 days during our last session so that we could get Blixel all healed up. So we can assume you would have done that during that time, since it's not something you're looking to role play out anyhow. There was already an official like funeral held for Dean, of course, but this is sort of returning the bones to the family, is what I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
All right, fair enough. So we will assume you have taken care of that sometimes during that 7 days. Is there anything else critical that anybody wanted to do in those 7 days? I know Saline spent most of her time studying books and things, but if there was anything else specific you guys wanted to do, you can certainly shout that out. Okay, hearing nothing then, we are currently on the 7th day of the month of Pacifiel. It is currently hurricaning. That is the weather that's outside right now. You guys had previously discussed traveling back to the mine. That is my understanding of what your intention is. Obviously, it is hurricaning. My guess is that you guys are probably going to want to wait until the hurricane subsides and then leave is when it's safe. So that's probably going to take you to the next day. Any objections for us fast forwarding to the next day?
No. Is hurricane normal?
Well, when you say normal, does it ever happen? Yes, but is it incredibly rare? Yes. So remember, hurricanes have a lot to do with really, really, fast wind speeds, that sort of thing. In this time of year, I would say it's almost like a 1 in 5,000 chance or something crazy like that. But yeah, it definitely happened. All right, so if everyone's good with that, we will go ahead and advance ourselves to the next day. So now we are on the 8th of the month. You guys, of course, have gotten several long rests during this time, but just to make sure everybody's good, I'm going to go ahead and apply an official long rest. Anything that is not auto-updated, like I think hero points are not. That's something you'll want to make sure to update yourself. But yeah, everybody should be updated to their long rest values now.
Good. I have extra hit points I gotta take away.
Yes, the aid spell would no longer be an effective course, so yes, you want to take those away. Okay, all right. Is there any other preparations, any shops that you guys are wanting to visit, anything you're looking to buy before you guys make your way back to the Stone Crown Mountains?
I'm waiting for my first paycheck. We did get paid, right, guys? Did we get paid?
So the
Well,
way
the old boss gave us some coins. I don't know what this new boss is, though.
I'm in
Oh,
debt
yeah.
up to my eyeballs already.
I see what you did there.
Boo.
And from a bookkeeping perspective, what I would say is that income and payments on the domain level occurs once per season. So you can think of this as every 3 months. So you guys wouldn't expect to be getting paid again until the next time your taxes are collected. All right, guys. So I'm not hearing any particular shopping that anybody wants to do. So I'm going to assume you guys are ready to head out. So you guys get your preparations underway. Obviously, you guys, fill up on rations, water, all the, kind of basic stuff. And then you start making your way back across land to head back to the entrance to the Stone Crown Mountains. All right, just putting this on the overland map for a moment. You guys have done this trip twice already now, so you're not expecting too much in the way of surprises here. Today's weather is pretty normal. You're looking at, high 40s for a high degree temperature. There is a moderate wind, which doesn't have any real major issues for you guys. However, you do know that if you were trying to rely on like a torch or a candle or something like that to be able to see, a moderate wind makes that difficult. But again, it's daylight that you guys are leaving in. You're planning to head to an underground area, so this doesn't really concern you at all. So yeah, you guys make your way over land. No big surprises. You make your typical about 24 miles of travel before you can see that it's not getting dark quite yet. You've left early in the morning. You can figure it's kind of like 4 in the afternoon. It'll probably start getting dark within an hour or two, but you'd be risking exhaustion to push any further. I'm assuming you guys want to probably camp out for the night.
I'll take the first watch.
I'll take the second or third watch.
These new eyes are amazing.
Okay, Blixel, you're taking first watch. Go ahead and throw me a blind check, please. Okay, throw me a D20. All right. As you are out on watch, I'm assuming we've got like some tents set up. You guys have maybe like a small campfire. Probably not much there any longer. Blixel, you're sitting out maybe on a wood stump kind of deal. The rest of the team is sleeping, perhaps sawing logs, that kind of thing. You can hear the sound of movement, and in the distance, you can spot what looks to be a torch, like a torchlight bobbing. It's not coming right at you, but it's probably going to come within 100 feet of your camp.
And are we in like the middle of nowhere?
Yep, you could say that. Yeah, you're basically out in like a plains area. Remember, there's a lot of like logged trees and things. The area that you're heading to, you're kind of a little bit outside of the more thick woods. So yeah, you could say you're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. I'll try to wake at least one other person up. Whoever's tent is closest to mine, I guess.
Throw a 1d4. We'll just go left or right and see who's that happened to be. 3, 1, 2, 3. Saline.
What?
There's someone out there near our camp.
Are they coming this way? I'll peek out of the tent.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, you kind of clean the sleepies out of your eyes there, Saline. You look off in the distance, and yeah, you can see this bobbing torch. Go ahead and throw me a blind check as well. Yeah, you notice this bobbing light. The best impression you have is that somebody is holding a torch and moving at a fairly quick pace. Based on their current trajectory, they're probably going to come within about 50 feet or so of where you guys are at.
I believe we have 3 tents in total, so there's someone in here with me. I'll nudge that person awake as well. It's probably Serena. The two girls in the same tent, probably.
All right, works for me. Serena, you are nudged awake.
What?
Someone's coming. There's a torchlight on the horizon. Don't know if it's trouble or not. It's Blixel's fault. He woke me up. Now I'm
Blixel,
waking
are
you
you
up.
casting this spell?
Yes.
Okay, so you
Serena
conjure
crouched.
these. All right, you're grabbing your weapon. Okay, so Blixel, you're conjuring these lights up close to you, I'm assuming, right? And then kind of sending them out?
I was actually going to conjure them like in the path between the camp and the torch.
Okay, so they're going to come within. Let me rephrase. The torchlight is going to come within 50 feet of your camp. So when you say between your camp and the torchlight, you're putting your lights kind of early, like right, but like before they would come within 50 feet of you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
because I'm assuming our camp has light already. I'm not sure. Do we have a campfire still, or is our camp like totally dark?
I'm assuming your camp is basically dark since you don't need light to see. You guys probably have a small fire, but if you guys want to say your standard operating procedure is to keep a fire burning all night, we can certainly assume that. It's up to you guys.
I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Because the people later on that might have, does everyone have? Oh yeah, nobody has to see except for Gordon, right?
Yeah, I heard about this robe that helps with that.
There's no
Uh,
rope.
So I guess we wouldn't have a campfire at night as long as it wasn't too cold, you know.
I mean, it certainly gets cold at night, but I think you guys bought those specially fur-lined tents to really keep you guys warm, if I'm remembering correctly. So it wouldn't really matter for you guys.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll put it farther away from us then. Like I said, sort of in between the 50 feet and the camp.
All right, so as you speak the verbal components of this, motion with your hands and access your material components, and the lights then spring up into existence, you'll notice that the torchlight is no longer on that same trajectory. It was kind of heading so it was going to get close to you. It is now going in the opposite direction.
Anyone want to chase them down? They look like they're moving pretty fast.
You scared him away.
That's good, right?
It means I can go back to bed, right?
Which direction was it coming from at first?
It was coming from you guys' northeast at the moment.
Could be a guild messenger, maybe, between camps.
Mm-hmm.
Although what they're doing in the middle of the night is a bit suspect.
Do I spy on him? Could be fun.
Well, they're probably trying to get out of here now, so.
Yes, you can see that torchlight moving further and further away from you.
It's fine. Better them to not run into us, you know?
Yeah, I say the less trouble, the better.
Let's not even tell the other two this happened.
What do you think, Celine?
I think Blixel should keep his fresh new eyes peeled for the rest of his watch and hope they don't come back with, like, a big group of marauders. And
You got it.
whoever's taking next watch should probably be informed, but so they know what to look out for. I'm going
All
back
right.
to bed.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Sorry to wake you guys. I just figured you wanted to know.
I'll have Shipwrecker right next to me, so I'll be ready.
All right, the ladies return to sleep as Blixel, you resume your watch. Rest of your watch goes in uneventfully so. Who is it you would like to wake up second?
Any volunteers?
I think it was Tabard, right?
Sure. I wake up Tavern next.
My turn already? Oh, boy,
Yeah.
that
Now,
was good.
uh,
Yeah.
I saw somebody in the first watch. Just warning you. There was somebody with a torch was coming closer to the camp. I think I scared him away. But just keep your eyes peeled. Okay?
Did you get a good look at him? Were your eyes working?
I could just see the light of the torch. I couldn't really see who was carrying it.
These new eyes of yours, they take like 48 hours to work good or what?
Hey, they're good enough. I saw them, didn't I?
You saw a torch.
Yeah. So just keep your eyes peeled for a torch. They need the torch to see. They're one of those light needing people, not like us.
All right, super. Yeah, you get some sleep. I'll look for walking torches.
All right. And Buxel passes out.
Okay, Tabard, your watch goes without any further issues, and the next two watches are the same. So you guys find yourselves waking up in the morning, grabbing a quick bite to eat, drinking a bit of water, that sort of thing. You guys are all ready and rearing to go by probably 8 a.m. or so. The weather today, pretty similar in the morning at least, but there's a bit of a feel like that strong wind is still going on, but there's a bit of a feel that it's going to be a bit warmer today. You can kind of see it, you can kind of feel it. It's just brighter, sun's a little bit stronger out.
Love it.
It's nice today, huh?
Okay, anything else besides just heading right for the entrance?
I guess I'll. Buxel will try to go out to where he thought he saw the torch, and see if he can find any sort of tracks.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me a blind check. You can make out some tracks. You can't make them out really great, but you can see what looks to be boot prints. Based on what you're seeing here, you're guessing there was a handful of people that all came by, maybe 5, 6, something like that, but hard to tell for sure. And you can kind of make out where it looks that they changed direction, but you kind of lose it pretty quickly after that.
Okay. Think there was a group of them, guys.
Wonder what that was about.
None of my business. Who knows?
Well, at least
Clearly
they were
they don't
smart
want
enough
trouble.
to turn around.
Exactly.
All right. Who's ready to kill some Orogs?
I'm always
Me.
ready to kill some Orogs.
All right. On that note, bring it in, guys. A little blessing before we head in. For Devard, Serena, Blixel. We got this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys, do me a favor on that one. Just increase your current HP by 5. It'll make it look like you're max is like it'll look like you're over max, but that's okay. That will still make everything work, so it won't like mess up your token or anything. All right, so with that complete, you guys make your way to the entrance. Because you've already done this twice now, I'm going to say it's much easier to track this time. You don't think it'll be all that difficult, but who would like to lead on the survival check to track your entrance?
I'd like to
Me.
help whoever. I don't trust my dice, but
do
I'll
it.
help.
All right, Serena, throw me a blind check as you lead, and Tabard assists. Yep, sure enough, you have no difficulties whatsoever finding the entrance to the underground of the Stone Crown Mountain. Takes you maybe 10 minutes or so finding those familiar signs, and within 15 minutes total, you guys find yourself back in the tunnels.
So what are we gonna do if we find this Grell thing, this beak bastard?
Well, what you were telling me before, the guy does the fog thing, right? And I could probably do the dispel thing, so we got that.
Nice, cool. Yep.
That might help.
And I can try to do fairy fire on him if I can see it, or even if I can't see it, I guess.
Okay. Yep. All good. All good things.
And I'll smack it down to the ground if I can get to it.
Right. But it also flies, is what I remember from what you guys were talking about, right?
Yep.
And
So
I can
you're
make somebody fly with this this loot we found on the ground in here.
okay. So the short guy probably should fly because I don't. I'm sure he has a disadvantage trying to hit someone really tall.
And I have a ladder.
Oh, okay.
The short guy?
Yeah, Tavard. Hey, Tavard.
Oh, I was making sure you knew his name.
I'm just messing around. We got this.
Yeah, Gorgon's just trying to make friends.
All right, flying dwarf, dispel, fog. Okay, you got a ladder. All right, Celine, what are you thinking?
I am thinking the plan is good enough. If you need help dispelling the fog, I can do something about that as well.
Boom.
And I can make up to 2 people fly, although this time I don't want to do that before the battle is joined in case it's not there.
No, right. Okay, all good things.
All right, and then I have to ask, because I'm sure it was a joke, but with D&D players, you never know. Serena, you don't actually have a ladder, right?
I was wondering the same thing.
I do. I have the robe of useful items, and one of them is a 24-foot long wooden ladder, so I would have to
Okay, I
summon
just
it.
want to make sure I wasn't missing the visual picture and you've been carrying a ladder around this whole time, but okay, gotcha.
No.
I was just thinking, I was like, like when I had to change a light bulb, I was like, hold on, let me go ahead and open this out a little bit.
It's like, yeah, I know you have a ladder. You've been carrying it for the last 5 days.
And with the Orogs, should we say get out of here? If they leave, is that good enough for everybody?
Probably not. Probably gonna have to kill him.
But what if they do decide to leave? Are we gonna let them go?
Probably not. Probably have to kill him.
Oh man, you don't like these guys, do you?
Just to let you know, according to the dwarf handout that's on this thing, they hate Aurochs. So you'd probably know that by this, by the conversations we've had. So
I mean, I normally don't sign up for mindless slaughter, but we gave them their chance, and they didn't take us up on it.
we'll know it when we see it. Probably at least have to kill a few, though, for good measure.
Okay. Well, who's leading the way? Which way are we going first? To the Grell?
To the Grell. Well, who knows? To the area that we last saw the Grell. But who knows? Maybe it's height of old age.
It's true. Maybe Deanne didn't sit right with him.
You never know.
He said bubble guts from Dean.
Yeah. It's been known to happen. Especially with those naturey guys, you know? You don't know what kind of weird vegetables in their pockets.
No antibiotics ever.
All right. Well, I mean, I think let me know when you want me to make you start flying.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull us over to Dwally's map real quick so we know what route you guys are taking. So it sounds like you guys want to do the straight shot. You're going to do this guy here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Think
Yep,
so.
yep.
Okay, so you guys travel through the tunnels. You pass by the strange room of glow fungus once again. You make your way to that Y intersection and you turn east. You travel down that way and eventually find yourself back in the Grell chamber.
All right. It's not going to be too quiet, but Tavard.
Adam, can you remind me if we can climb up there?
You can, yep, that's about a 10-foot increase in inclination, but you could climb up there.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and try to climb up there.
All right, so since there's no timed effects on you right now, I'm not going to make you roll because falling doesn't hurt you. So we'll say about a minute or so passes by and you climb up.
You see any fresh droppings up there?
I'm going to look around, fresh droppings and anything else, you know.
Blind check, Tavard.
And if I accidentally, find bracers of defense or something too, that'd be fine. So,
No, it looks shorn of anything of interest, just a rocky area.
all right, I'm going to go ahead and get down. I can't move my token, I'm sure, because of the dynamic lighting. So, clear.
Okay. Even across the way?
Best I could see.
Which one of you wants to start flying?
How long is that again? Is that an hour? I can't remember.
I
10
think
minutes.
it's 10 minutes.
Do we want to hold off on it? I know it may take a bit, but
Okay. If they're here, I'll try to cast it, but still you gotta stay, or you gotta come close to me.
understood.
All right, you guys make your way through this rocky tunnel. Serena, to your southwest, you can see that incline there, about just shy of 20 feet above you. You remember that's where you've spotted the creature once before.
I go ahead and I kind of motion and I'll go ahead and climb up. Adam, can I climb up here? Or do I have to come down here? Or
You have to come down a bit. The actual ridge starts here.
all right, I'll go ahead and climb up there too.
Go ahead and throw me an athletics check for that one. It's a little bit higher, probably a very tiny chance. Yeah, you climb up with no problem whatsoever. You notice as you climb up here, Tavard, there is still some scattered scraps, broken items, things that look like Dean's leftovers, aside from his bones.
And can I look across the way or anything? I don't know if I don't. My apologies. I don't remember which is wall and which is a ledge.
There are no other ledges within your visibility.
All right, I'll go ahead and get down to about there. Thank you, sir.
Did you see a tentacle rod up there?
Adam, did I see a tentacle rod up there?
You did not.
Well, maybe those things just go out for like hunting and stuff and then go back to a bigger group of them or something. I hate to think of a bunch of those things together, but you think that's maybe true, Celine?
Well, from what I remember, the creature we saw looked to be like the size of one that could conceivably lead a group of Grell.
It's still digesting that tentacle rod. It's gonna come out any day now.
Oof. Well, let's hope it comes out sideways.
All right, so as you guys have scanned this area and found no signs of the Grell, I'm going to go ahead and take us back to Dwali's map. Where would you like to try to look next, or where would you like to go next?
I'd say we go to the Orogs, right?
Well, I kind of wonder if we look at this area over here. I'm kind of curious to see what else we may have been missing, right? I mean, I'm also interested in this area here, but this is just so close. Are you guys interested in checking out that area as well?
I'm up for anything.
Yeah, sounds good.
Was that hot cold land?
Yeah, they're right. That was hot cold land.
This one was, but there's another path over here that we never examined, I think. This is like this one here was snaking downwards. And back around to the Orog there. But there was another
Right.
path that broke off this way.
So just as a quick reminder, you guys have previously come this way, went like this, which goes down, and then went over here to the Orogs. But you've never done the straight, shot like this.
Well, and we're right here right now, so we could just go north, right?
If you
That
mean
would be
like
through.
this,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, Saline. Say what you're going to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say that way is through the strange passage that the lizard folks said to avoid. But
Oh.
yeah, we're not sure if these two connect necessarily.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for trying to go explore up here just to double check somewhere close to where the grow might be.
That's what I'm wondering, if maybe it has another area. I mean, before we go fight the Orog, I'm just thinking maybe go over that area.
All right,
Good
Serena,
do.
hopefully you don't mind. I'm going to use you as our little marker for where the party is.
No problem.
All right, so guys, am I hearing that you want to go this way? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh, you can't see
I'd
that.
like
You
to-
want to go like that?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Sounds good.
All right, so you guys make your way out of the Grell chamber, heading to the north. You stop short of that full north path that you know leads to the waterfall area, and you cut to the east. You then bypass another area where you don't go down and south, which you know leads to the Orogs. As you make your way over here, sure enough, you notice the tunnel begins to turn to your south almost immediately. Based on what you know from the other location, and you can kind of start to feel this. In fact, there's just something not right in this area. And I'm going to go ahead and reveal what this one is called. Of course, this is just what I label it. You guys could call it something else.
Yep. no surprise. Kind of on the nose or whatever.
And it has 2 T's, right? You got to go with the 2 T's.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, I mean, ultimately, our goal, right, is to get a safe mining operation. Maybe there is another way into the Stone Cold Mountain area where the gold is. Maybe pursuing this way, we could go through the Ghost Troll area, enter the mountain. Maybe there's an exit somewhere over here. Be a quicker shot to the gold. Defend the Orogs this way, and this way.
Yeah, I'm all for checking that out. I'll just say, Adam, are you prepared for us to go that direction? I know that we were talking about going attacking the Orogs, so I don't want to cause any, anything else,
I am prepared for anywhere you go down here. If you guys say, hey, we're leaving and let's go check out the hamlet, I probably won't be prepared.
All right. Okay. I just wanted to be respectful towards what you may have set up. So
What about Rendale? We haven't been there in a while.
Right.
love it.
Somebody sounds like a pacifist wanting to leave the Orogs alone.
Well,
Oh.
I don't mind it going there, but it's also really curious. I mean, we pretty much have the map figured out then, right? We're not going to go past the lizard folk lair because we kind of have an agreement. But there's a question mark on Dwally's map on the right. And I say we answer that question.
Yeah, that could be another entrance or exit. It's worth exploring. I mean, I'm all for, Tavern's all for knocking out some Orogs. I mean, you'll never get him to say no to that. So, but I do think it is a good idea to figure out where that ghost troll thing goes to. We haven't been to the waterfall for a couple sessions through that area. So
I want to explore this whole cavern and find out where this lizard brain tentacle thing is hiding.
All right. To the waterfall, to the ghost troll. We'll see if he's there.
yep, let's do
All
that.
right. Well, let's pick up some gold while we're going past. Just chip a little bit off.
3,300
I
gold
need,
pieces
I
worth.
need all I can get.
All right, you guys.
What was your deductible for those eyes?
He doesn't have the HMO, unfortunately. He's free pay.
Oh,
All right, you guys make your way through these twisting tunnels, through this rocky terrain. The light spell, I believe, is what you're using to see, right, Gordon?
yeah, correct.
All right, that only lasts an hour. So in all your travels down here, you've probably had to recast it once, maybe even twice now, because again, you're going kind of long distances. You pass through the waterfall area. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary, but I will say some of you guys that are more keen with directions, you're thinking based on what you're kind of trying to position this in your head that likely this waterfall is what goes down to the lizard folk area, just based on where you see it go and kind of fall into the water. That's your best guess. Kind of just a curiosity. You note that. You pass the gold, and that thought does kick your mind, but you realize you guys aren't set up for a mining operation, so unfortunately can't really just chip anything off. You make your way through the ghost troll area. Once you get here, I will say the only thing that's really curious is that strange black orb that was on the ground that blocked any kind of motion, and it grabbed things that were put in it. It is gone, just completely gone.
Oh, nice. Interesting.
Whoa.
And
Other
the
than
halberd is gone too.
The halberd that was that would be lying on the ground. That was the one that was left in the black thing.
Yeah, I think it was actually a glaive.
Oh, that's why I didn't remember. Glaive, I totally would have remembered. Yes, the glaive is lying on the ground there.
Oh, sweet, I get my glaive back.
Yeah. Free glaive.
Other than that, however, the area is empty of anything out of the ordinary. If you want to go to that other location that is represented by the question mark on the map, you guys will probably remember you have to climb up a pretty sizable climb. I believe it was 30 feet to get to the top of this one.
Yep. It's easy enough.
Blixel will tie a rope around himself and use the loot to cast.
Well,
what is it? Levitate.
But I can also climb first and then do that, and then everyone has advantage climbing up.
All right.
I mean, you can use a spell, but I'm just saying, if you don't need to use a spell slot, then
Oh no, it's from this. It's from this loot.
if you use the levitate, does that take away any fly or anything? I don't remember what charges it
No,
had.
no, no. I just can't do levitate again. But that's fine. No, you climb up. I can probably
I don't want
climb
to steal
too.
your thunder. I just want to, in case we need levitate later.
You know what?
That's a nice skill to have.
Maybe I'll levitate Celine. How about that? So she doesn't have to climb the rope.
Well, I've done so well on the ropes before, but if you want to do that, I won't stop you.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, so you play a jaunty little tune on the DOS lute in order to grant levitate to Celine.
He doesn't want to be the first one up, though.
Yeah, I'm still gonna let Tavern climb it up.
Okay, Tavern, you're going to be the first one to climb up.
Sure.
Remind me what your speed is.
45. Yep, 45.
Okay, so you're going to climb at half because you're climbing. So that means you can climb 20 feet. So, yeah, so if you you'll just need to make one successful check with a dash. You'd be able to get to the top of this. So throw me let's do this in twos because I feel like that's more fair. So throw me 2 blind checks. If you fail the first one, the second one won't matter too much. But all right, so you climb up the first way, no problem. So you're about halfway through. Now you're doing the second half of your climb. Yeah, you get to the top, no problem. You drop that rope down. Celine, you'll be able to just levitate to the top, so no issues there. So the order doesn't really matter too much, but those of you guys that are climbing, feel free. And actually, you can just make these publicly since they're climbing checks. This is not really much of a surprise. Just throw me athletics checks. They'll all be at advantage. And technically, it will take you 2 checks to get to the top. So, Serena, you're halfway. Blixel, even with advantage, you only get like 5 feet up and slip down. So then I'll take your second one. You make it up. No, yeah, you're still on the ground, Blixel. You're really struggling. Serena,
Throw you a rope.
Serena,
I didn't need that levitate after all.
All right, Serena, you got to the top. No worries. So now Serena, Celine, and Tavern are all at the top. Gordon, there's one. Okay, so halfway through, Gordon, you do fall. So you're about 15 feet up. So
all right, can I do an inspiration?
Yeah, absolutely. You could if you want to burn your inspiration for this. Okay. Unfortunately, that doesn't help you. You will. Yeah, that's even worse somehow.
But isn't it that advantage though?
No, you don't get inspiration advantage.
Because that's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a fall.
So I rolled a 0?
You can throw down a rope.
Oh, I see. I rolled a 2. Yeah. No, I understand. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yes. On your athletics check, you rolled a 1. And then on your inspiration check, you also rolled a 1. So it's just, we would add that to 2. Yeah, there you go. That's a good way of looking at it. Okay, so you fall halfway. So pick any die you want and choose high or low. And this is to see if you fell below or above, basically whether it's 1d6 or 2d6 damage. But just pick a die and then say if you want high or low.
Low.
Okay, that's low enough. So you just fell to 1d6. Just roll a d6. You suffer that much damage as you slam into the ground.
Nice.
There you go. All right, 1 point of damage. So
oh my god, what kind of night am I gonna have?
You got Bill's dice right now, right? So all right, so we've got 3 of you at top. Gordon's struggling a bit. The rope is already down, so you're already getting advantage, all the climbers. Serena, I know you said you're like trying to help, but there's not much you can do besides already having advantage, unfortunately. So unless you're going to do something like magical or try to like go down and pick one of them up and then you do the climbing for them, then, you know, that would change things a bit. But, you know, just waiting for them to climb is simply at advantage. Is there anything anyone else is trying to do other than climb?
I offer to carry people up if they want.
How would that work?
I will give Bardic Inspiration to Gordon.
So mechanically, if Serena like picks somebody up and then does the climb, I'm going to say she loses the advantage of climbing on the rope because she's holding a whole person's weight, but it would be her check straight up against the DC. If you climb by yourself, it's your check at advantage against the DC.
Oh, well, Gordon will take the help. He's not prideful, dude.
Yeah, you can climb on my back like a piggyback ride.
Okay.
Okay, so Serena, you climb down. This is really, again, you're using the ropes. It's really not much of a risk. You get to the bottom. You allow Gordon to get uppies on jump on your back, and then you do the climb back up. So Serena, go ahead and throw me an athletics check. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
You don't make it, Serena. So you're only up like, 7 or 8 feet before it's just, maybe it's Gordon's weight that pulls you down. You're usually so good at these, and you guys both kind of up and just hit the ground. Not enough to take damage, but yeah, maybe a bit embarrassing.
Sorry about that. I'll try again.
All right, you got this.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
So Serena, go ahead and give it a try again.
I did.
Oh, that is your second roll. So yeah, no, it's not working out very well.
Because it's almost the exact same.
I did. All right.
Grell is watching us with hilarity in its mind.
Exactly right. All right. So other than Gordon and Serena, is there anybody else that's not to the top? Blixo, you're still not up, right?
Yep, I still got to get up there.
Are you still climbing, or are you trying something else?
I'd like to attempt to climb again because honestly, athletics is not a bad skill for me. So
Okay. So again, you just need 2 checks to get to the top. Go ahead and throw that. All right. You make it halfway up.
oh my
No,
God.
you fall. Pick a die roll, choose high or low to see if you fall the 10 or 20 feet.
Choose high or low. So roll a d20 and choose high or low.
You can roll any die you want. You're going to pick high or low. Basically, if your half is low, if you're higher than half, then that's high.
Okay, high.
All right, so that means low. So you're going to suffer 2d6 damage from the fall. So go ahead and throw 2d6 and apply that damage to yourself. So yes, unfortunately, you guys are probably getting some flashbacks of the dreaded tree all the way back in the logging camp. Because man, this rope is just it's not working out so well.
I was just thinking about the tree too, Adam. It's so funny. we were all level 1. Well, wait a second. 1d6 would be a whole bunch of damage to us.
All right, well, I'll go again. I mean,
There goes the aid.
It'll work.
all right,
So
here we
Serena,
go.
are you still doing the uppies with Gordon, or Gordon, you're doing it by yourself this time?
I'm happy to keep trying.
All right, well, I'll take uppies. We got a little bonding moment here.
All right, Serena, go get. All right, you get up halfway. All right, you're to the
There
top.
we go.
Well done. Well done. That was exciting.
I imagine as you both get to the top, it's like, at least for Serena and Gordon's just like, oh, that was not too bad.
It's like in one of those harnesses that people carry their babies on.
Right. Baby Bjorn. All right, Blixel, I think it's just you left, man.
Blixel just goes, screw this. And he's going to use the loot to cast Fly on himself.
Okay, so the levitate on Celine ends then, because these are both concentration spells. Celine, obviously, you're, I'm sure, on solid ground, so you don't fall too much. But yeah, you fly to the top without issue. All right, guys, so you're at the way that you can go southeast at this point, and I'm presuming that's what you're doing. Anything before you push on in that direction?
I'm thinking about going down that little 30 feet climb just to do it again because that was easy. Just kidding.
All right.
Everybody made the ropes slippery, I tell you.
All right, so without any other special preparations, feeling like you're ready for what's ahead of you, you guys push on to your southeast. Now, once you get into this area, how I'm going to describe this is you find yourself in a series of very long tunnels. Now, these tunnels are not much in the way of description, and that's because you're getting a lot of repeat of what you're seeing. So essentially what I'm saying here is you can travel these tunnels, and they go a far ways, and there's got to be something at the other end, but I'm trying to give you the sense of, you're traveling quite a distance down these tunnels. Are you guys good with traveling these tunnels until you get to something that looks something interesting?
Any chance? I mean, there's a chance, but any real chance, any real danger of us getting lost in these tunnels? Are we able to mark them if we can? And
That's a really good question. Give me a blind check, Gordon, to see if you think there's any risk of getting lost here.
all right, let me throw my token.
Yep, yeah, as you can tell, I wasn't expecting too much in the way of skill checks on Dwally's map.
I can't unclick everything.
No worries, I can throw it on for you real quick. It should be... All right, there you go. You should be able to just click it and do your check. I'll throw everybody at the bottom of this one just in case it comes up. Okay, see the skill check is posted. So the way I will describe this is you think that there is a small chance that if you were like running out of here, that you potentially could get lost in these tunnels. They're not 100% straight. There is some twisties and turns to them, but you can definitely get a sense that you're going primarily south, but it's not straight south, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Keep looking or what?
Well, I think the purpose of our checkout here is to see if we can find another way out, right? So,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think that changes.
yeah. We're up. It took us an hour to get up that cliff, so let's keep going.
This is what we're here for.
This is what we trained for.
That's true. All right.
All right, perfect then. So what I'm going to do is reveal this then. These are the quote-unquote long tunnels that stretch for approximately 2 miles. All right.
Play us some songs while we're hiking.
So traveling these 2 miles, typically you can travel about 3 miles in an hour under normal circumstances, but being in these tunnels, obviously you're moving a lot slower. So I would say traveling these 2 miles ends up taking you guys about an hour. Okay, so you're traveling these about an hour, so any effects on you, like the fly spell or levitate or whatever else, those of course would be over. But an hour has passed before you find yourself exiting what would be considered this kind of long tunnel area, and you're coming down, it kind of turns down a little bit, and the direction that you're looking is south. And what I will say is from your current position, about 40 feet to your south, you notice it opens up a little bit wider, and the first thing you spot is a massive web that seems to cover a pretty large area. It looks like if you're careful, you could walk around the web, but the web is quite large.
Why does it have to be spiders?
So, can we take a look to see if we see like another tunnel or anything like that on the other side of either the webbing or another entrance exit in this area?
So the furthest any of you guys can see is 60 feet, correct?
I think that's correct for me.
So again, I'm basically giving you vision for. I will say, because you're looking and you see this web about 40 feet away from you, as far as you can see is web from your current position. You do see that it looks like you could go around the web to your west, but you're not sure because you can't see real far, so you can't tell if it continues on or not.
Can we like light this on fire or something?
Yeah,
Uh,
we could, but it might piss something off.
Exactly what I was about to say. Thank you, Gordon.
Serena's already got the tinderbox out, so she hesitates.
Yeah, let's see if we can look around on the west. Let's see if we can get a little closer and take a peek. Don't touch a web yet.
So is it fair to say you're all approaching as a group and entering this area?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, I will move you to this map.
Just a bunch of insects, right?
Arachnids, but you know.
Yeah, same thing.
Well,
Sounds easier
actually,
than Orogs.
I know they're not, but
Well, as soon
Oh,
as I
shoot, that's the web. Sorry,
That is the
I
web,
didn't see
yes.
it. I didn't see it
Yes.
at first.
as soon as I light my shield, we're gonna be giving up.
So
Man,
far, they've
we
kind
need
of
to-
just been describing it to you there, Gordon.
Oh my God, you're right. There are webs everywhere.
So we could try going this way?
Yeah, so what you're seeing is this web covers like the ground and it is up in the air and sticking to this wall. But you notice like only a single strand is anchoring it here, but this strand is up higher. So you can think of this being at like at the 15-foot mark. So if you walk this way, you're walking underneath the strand and not touching any of the web.
Man, I wish this thing would catch a grow.
maybe it did. Maybe that's why we didn't find it.
Ooh, there's a tunnel over here. Oh, never mind. It's just an alcove. Am I seeing anything fun?
All right, I'm going to lock the tokens momentarily. You're not seeing anything out of the ordinary quite so far, Serena. However, I'm going to do a quick check for you guys.
We should be looking up above our heads.
Serena
Oh, yeah.
and Saline, you hear a strange sound that seems to be echoing throughout these tunnels. It sounds like a clacking sound, and then it reverberates through the area.
Saline wants
our-
to back off.
What is our ceiling height and everything? What's it look up there, Adam?
About 25 feet in the center of the room, closer to like the tunnel, more like 10 feet.
Do I see anything moving up on the ceilings?
Not based on your passive perception, no.
I want to activate my perception.
Throw me a blind check as you look around carefully. No, you don't see anything, but yeah, you're starting to hear this clacking sound that perhaps your teammates might have mentioned.
Would it be described as chittering?
Let's see.
Yeah, Adam, is it clacking or chittering?
I'm going to go with clacking is how I'm going to describe this.
Like, it's really loud?
I won't say it's really loud. It's echoing or it's reverberating through this area. So the impression that you're getting, Serena, is that you're not like next to the source of this sound. You're hearing it like reverberating from hard to say how far away.
We got company. I mean, we should see if we can get out the other way and if it's worth it to clear this area.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Adventuring.
I'm gonna try to look from this angle and see if I can see anything in the web or on the ceiling or anything like that.
Nothing obvious, but yeah, go ahead and throw me a blind check to see if there's anything hidden that you kind of scan and spot. Serena, what looks really strange to you is on the back side of this web, it looks like the web is incredibly thick to the point that it almost looks like silk sheets.
Are they worth 3,300 gold pieces?
Wow, you can't even
hope
see
so.
through the web back there. It's just like solid webbing. I've never seen that before unless it's like a nest. You see that, Tavard?
If she points it out, can I take a look at that, Adam?
You can, yes. Once she points it out to you, you do notice that the spider silk here is very thick. The way it's woven, it kind of resembles like a sheet of silk, and it's kind of folded in on itself.
Is it round in shape?
No, more like rectangular.
That's so weird.
Should we throw some fire at this stuff, or you're gonna keep on going, or what?
No. You said it might be worth money, right?
He
Hey.
heard your joke.
Sounds very silkish.
Before I fight anything, I'm interested in like seeing if I can see any exits or anything that might make it worth it to clear this area instead of just run away. Are these stairs?
They are. They look like natural rock stairs leading down.
Oh, and I see more webbing.
You do indeed.
Hmm.
All right, as you get to about here, Serena, the sound of that clacking seems to be growing louder. You could hear it echoing throughout, almost like on a pulse, perhaps.
I say, we come in peace.
All right, once you say that, I'm going to go ahead and put us into initiative order.
That's not what peace means.
One moment as I get all... Oh, man, this is a lot of people to have an initiative. I don't know if it'll take all these. Okay, so let me sort it. Okay, before Gordon's turn, I'm going to go ahead and change up our music a bit. All right, so before Gordon's turn, Serena, as you call this out, you hear some sounds of movement. And coming around the corner, you spot a bug. As it comes around the corner, you get a glance at it. This looks like a golden beetle, and it has these mandibles that you see are like tapping into each other, making this clacking sound. And it seems to be clacking as it looks towards you. It kind of clacks a bit louder and a bit louder.
Yep, that's definitely clacking.
Does somebody speak beetle?
No.
I can make it friends with us.
I sort of like bow to try to show like a sign of deference. I don't really know insect body behavior, but that's what I would do with animals in the forest.
Okay, you're trying to show that kind of posture to the beetle, but it doesn't seem to react in any way. It kind of moved, and then you can hear the sound of more movement around you. Tabard, you notice to the south, one of these beetles seems to climb over the ridge and appear there.
I think we're in somebody else's home.
Now, do they look golden colored, or like they're made out of gold?
Ooh.
I would say they look golden colored as best you can tell.
Okay.
He's got bills to pay.
How much is that shell? Could that become a shield? Yeah.
Okay, after that movement of these golden beetles, Gordon, you are the first to react.
Okay, I hear the clattering. I'm looking up. Now I'm looking up. Do I see anything as like a passiveness?
You do not. No, you just see the tunnel surface or the ceiling.
There's 5. 10. Oh, I see them over there. Well, uh, I'm gonna send it. So,
Well, hold on. They might be friendly.
oh, what? You? They're bugs.
Are they
Really?
rushing in like aggressively, or are they just do they just like look like they're curiously approaching?
Oh, give me a
Might be hard to
blind
tell.
check. That's kind of what I'm going for here, but give me a blind check. We'll just see if you happen to roll something insane.
I'm an expert on entomology.
So I guess what I would say is based on that nature check, you get the impression of a creature defending its lair posture.
Okay.
How big are they?
About the size of house cats.
They're defending their home, I say.
All right. I'm gonna. That's 15.
Well,
20,
let me take that back. Sorry, real quick. They're a little bit bigger than house cats, classified as small size, so maybe they're the size of dogs. Is probably a better descriptor.
All right, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to hold Toll the Dead if any of my friends get attacked by those spiders.
All right, so you pre-cast Toll the Dead with that in mind. Before Tavard's turn, another one comes around the corner. Another one moves. Okay, Tavard's turn.
All right, I'm going to say, so far I see 5 of them. What are we doing? And I am going to go ahead and stand my ground, but I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay. Okay, before Blixel's turn.
Actually, I don't like the color red on my guy right now. I'll put green instead.
Festive.
Well, I don't want red. He's not bloody yet. Maybe in a few.
Okay, Blixel's turn.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Blixel is going to cast Animal Friendship using the loot on, I guess this one.
The one to your southeast.
Yes.
Okay, Animal Friendship.
And he'll look over at everybody and go, "Are we killing these things, or what are we doing?"
Talk to them and make friends.
Our goal is to explore, so we don't have to kill them.
I can't talk to him. I can just make this one my friend.
That
So
one.
he'll move here in front.
Making friends already.
So this does require a save, so let me just read the loot real quick and see how the save is calculated. Spell uses your spellcasting ability and spell save. Okay, perfect. So throw me a spell effect roll, Blixel. Okay, this creature is effectively charmed by you. Now, charm is one of those things that doesn't come up a lot, and people get very confused by. So just as the charm essentially just means it can't attack you, but it doesn't mean anything about your allies. But yeah, the charm condition is pretty limited. It doesn't mean like mind control, that it'll do whatever you want, nothing like that. Let me know if you have questions on the specifics.
No, that's fine. I realize that. That's sort of why I moved in front of him, just so at the very least it has to like go past me.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So it has like a crush on you.
Yeah, but I whisper back to Tavern, it's gonna hate your guts still.
I get that a lot, especially in town.
That's, I guess, the end of my turn.
Okay, Saileen's turn.
If they're not like actively swarming her friends yet, it will follow the group's lead and not attack anything now. But I will prepare a firebolt just as Gordon next to me is doing, in case a creature I can see attacks one of my friends. I will
Okay.
firebolt that creature.
Okay, got it. Before Serena's turn. You hear the sound of more movement.
We're officially outnumbered.
Serena, your turn.
Seems
We
like
should-
they don't want me to go down this way.
We might want to run out of here.
I mean, they're not too big. I wish we could ask them if there's a way out of here, but what do you think? Oh my gosh, I didn't even see all those.
I mean, obviously, if we want to know what's down there, we need to kill them. We need to kill spiders. That's what we have to do. If not, we can just go back.
Well, they look more like beetles to me, but yes.
Yeah, but if we're gonna fight, we shouldn't split up, though.
I mean, we're here to clear out this place.
I'm with you.
Take out some black cap mushrooms and just kind of like roll them across the floor to them.
Here,
Okay.
puppy.
Okay, yeah, so you do this. I will say you don't see any kind of reaction from them, Serena.
They don't even investigate the gift.
So this is all happening within 6 seconds, so it's a little bit hard to narratively describe how this goes, but I imagine as they're kind of like skittering towards you, you're starting to break stuff out and throw it, but it doesn't change the pace that they're coming at you, as best I can tell you.
All right, they're all grouped up over here. Anybody got any AoE? Serena is going to hold an action to actually swing if they come within reach.
So I think Sentinel already does that for you. Are you sure you want to ready an action for that?
Well, she's trying to give him a chance to turn around and leave, but I don't think it's gonna happen. All right. We'll just do this, okay, guys?
Yes.
Let's start splattering.
You
Yes.
can reach from here. I'm really surrounded over here, so be
Well,
great if somebody
step a little
can
closer. Step a little closer. Get us together. It might help.
Closer to what?
She
What's-
can't.
I feel like with
She
all the
wants-
back and forth, this has got to be about 40 feet so far.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Serena is going to rage and swing. So
All right, you got +1 AC, and so do your allies within 10 feet of you while this lasts.
okay. And swinging with Shipwrecker. Because I can reach. I'll just start off with this one.
All right, the one straight across from you. Yeah, that'll hit.
Ooh.
Bam.
Take a picture of that one.
Oh, dang it. I didn't have the rage on there. 2 more.
Go ahead
You
and
can take
post
off that.
your... Yeah, go ahead and post your crit anyway. This is going to be piercing crit with Shipwrecker. Let's see what that is.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
It's
I
like you also
never
still
roll
have a
that
point
high.
of weariness.
Oh yeah, you
Wait.
do. Yep, you'll want to remove that. It won't matter for right now, but you'll want to reset your weariness to 0.
Where is that? I think you did that for me last time.
Yeah, okay, yep. And it looks like the token got unlinked once again, so I don't know what it is. I think sometimes on Roll20 side, like, they do weird things. So, okay, that should now show up, and you can set that to 0 in your red bubble. All right, so twice as
Oh.
many damage as normal, and the creature is bleeding. Okay, so this is a true crit, so that's 10, 20 points of damage. That one is splattered.
Oh, guys, this is gonna be easy. Don't worry.
See,
And,
that's why I didn't put the red on mine. You know.
I'm gonna do an extra attack, and we'll make this one reckless because I'm getting all worked up.
Okay.
Nice.
That'll also hit. Okay, 14 points of damage. This one is also splattered.
It's just like harvesting cabbages.
Okay, before the top of the round, there's a little bit more of movement. Okay, and then Tavern, please roll me a 1d4. Thank you. Okay, we are at the top of the round. This is one Cerilia you have just killed. Please roll me a d20. That one is indeed dead.
On her weapon, does it look like gold particles of
No, it does not. Okay, now this is going to be an interesting one. Okay, so I want to try to do this fairly, so I'm going to read the Charmed one more time. Okay, so yeah, all right. I think how I'm going to do this. All right, so basically what you guys are going to notice is this first beetle is going to move up a little bit. It'll move to here. And when it does, you notice it starts clacking its jaws together really rapidly fast. This one behind it that acts second moves on up to get into that area as well. This one that is currently charmed is going to go out of its way to try to avoid Blixel and go to there. It also is rapidly moving its jaws. Okay, so this is now a group of 3. So Tavern, so basically how this works is they have an ability that allows them to combine their attack when they are acting on the same initiative. So these 3 are all acting on the same initiative, like together. So they're going to use this ability. And so what I'll need from both Tavern and Blixel is Constitution saving throws at disadvantage. Tavern, you're being targeted by 3 of these. Blixel, you're just being targeted by 2. Okay, so Blixel, you will fail this save. And Tavern, you will fail this save. Okay, so starting with Blixel, I'm going to give you a moment. Is there anything you're doing? Okay.
No, I guess not.
All right, fair enough. So you got hit by 2 of these. Let me go ahead and apply that. All right, so as these jaws clack together, they essentially burst out a thunderous clacking kind of vibration. You are struck for 8 points of thunder damage. Tavern, you have failed to save. Anything you're doing? All right, hearing nothing, then you are hit by 3 of these. And you will take 16 points of thunder damage.
So, and because I'm dodging, I'll take 8.
That has even thunder damage, remind me?
It's all damage, I think.
Yeah, it's all damaged.
Okay, then yeah, that would be just 8. And we move to Gordon's turn.
We have 2 reactions before that, though. And that's my held action. Was
Oh,
to leave.
sorry, Adam. Mine only is if I'm using patient defense, and I'm not. I'm just doing a normal dodge, so I'll take the full damage.
Appreciate you double checking that. Yep, full. Okay, yes, you're right, Gordon. You had already an action that if they were attacked, and I think this qualifies as an attack, so pick any one of those 3 that you want to target.
The one closest to me.
All right, one closest to you.
Spell effect roll.
Yes. Yep, yeah, that'll be a critical Toll the Dead. So go ahead and throw a necrotic crit. We don't see these very often. Maximum damage normal and roll them again. Okay, nice. All right, so go ahead and post your actually for this one you'll just roll it, right? So it hasn't suffered any damage yet, so let's just be 2d8. So it's going to take 16 plus 2d8. All right, so 27 points of damage. Yep, this one is on the ground.
All right. I'm going to do the next one down as my action for my turn, please.
Well, I get my reaction as well.
Oh, yeah, you get yours.
So,
Yep,
yeah.
go.
I will firebolt the closest one I can see that's still standing.
Okay, so that tells me it's going to have significant cover because you're shooting by this plinth. So you have a 21. Yeah, that'll still hit with a 21. That one is scorched. Okay, now it's Gordon's actual turn.
All right, I'm going to hit the one that's scorched with Toll the Dead.
All right.
I'll do a spell effect roll.
That'll affect it. And this will be 2d12 now. Yes, this one is also down on the ground.
Okay. I am going to stay there.
Okay, Cerilia, you've killed this one, so d20, please. Yep, this one is also dead. Okay, this one's turn. It is going to move into your area if you wish to opportunity attack it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, 19 will hit. A 18 points of damage. That will drop this one. Okay, moving on to the next one. It is going to move up to here. It is then going to clack at you. Cerilia, I'll need a Constitution saving throw. Just straight up. Okay, you'll succeed on this, so you will suffer half of this damage. So 2 points of thunder damage. Tabard, your turn.
All right. I am going to go ahead and I'll just do patient defense. Oh,
You
first
know what?
of all, Adam,
Just for funsies, Tabard, why don't you go ahead and play your card?
but I don't want to play my card. I was hoping you forgot my card from
I
earlier.
did until just now.
Tabard, how could you?
Simple. Because I have to have this card. It just makes sense.
All right, you all have Bill's luck now, so every group member suffers a fumble on a 1 or 2 for the next minute.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping you forgot my luck. And anyway, yeah. Thanks, Adam. I
No
like my
problem.
last card better, you know? All right. I am going to go ahead and, first of all, do patient defense. Oh, Adam, first of all, I always forget to do this. I'm going to grab 3 points of, I gain 3 points back at the end after getting damaged.
And that's without having to do patient defense or anything, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's all part of that other one as well. Since I took off, I
Yes,
gave
unbreakable body. Yep.
Gave me back. So I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and do patient defense. I'm going to go ahead and move so to help her from not getting flanked. And I'm going to go ahead and use my, I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy here with my first attack.
Yeah, that'll connect. Smash into the bug, wounding it. That'll miss.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll stand my ground right there. And I will tell folks, there's about 7 or 8 down here.
I'm taking care of it.
All right, these two are going to move to here and then team up to do a clack. Well, actually, I moved the wrong one. One moment. These two are going to move here and team up to do a clack. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. All 3 of them. I knew that one was in there too. So this one's going to go here. Okay, so all 3 of these guys are going to team up to clack. So Tavern and Serena both con saves at disadvantage. Okay, you will both fail.
I'm going to go ahead and use an inspiration on that.
Okay, go ahead and reroll. So that's 15 plus your 2 is 17, so that will be a success. Okay, so you will take half of this damage, Tavern. So you'll take 5, and Serena, you will take 19. All right, Blixel, your turn.
Okay. Blixel is going to cast Slow.
Okay. .40-foot cube's pretty big, so you should. Yeah, I guess where would you like to put that? I don't know that we have that one on Smart AOE. Oh, we do. Yeah, actually, we do have that one, just to give you the AOE.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you only get to pick 6, but at least you'll get to see like the square and know what it works. So obviously,
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I can check what you see, but I'm kind of waiting for you to tell me which 6.
All right, so I'm going to pick this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one.
Got it. Okay, so that's like a perfect line over that way. So throw me 6 spell effect rolls. And this is against Wisdom. Okay. Okay, so the 10 and the 8 are not affected. So the second and the 4th one, but all the rest are.
Okay. And then can he put away the loot and try what is it to take out his sword?
If you're putting away an item, I would say that's interact with object, but then pulling another item out is also interact with object. So you can only do that once per turn for free, so you'd have to use an action to draw at that point.
Okay. So I guess he'll just put away his loot then. And
Okay.
just have empty hands. That's the end of his turn.
Nice.
All right, Saline.
You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it.
Shrinking the targeting guy.
She's gonna send it.
She's actually gonna send it this time.
Poor Blixel. Oh, okay. Okay.
Are there a lot of them over there, Serena?
There sure are. Head a little bit to your north.
Ah, come on, guys.
I
One
haven't
more
sent
square
it
to
yet.
the north.
I was kind of surprised you didn't move before you casted this. So I was like, oh, this could be interesting to see how
Yeah.
you pick the center.
Yeah.
Because, right now, I don't think you can even see the center, Saline.
I cannot, but I don't need to. If I move it one to the north, it's gonna hit Tavard. So I can see a few of them though.
Is it gonna hit Tavard the way it is right now?
No.
Like,
No, he's
Yep.
just out of it. But if I move it any further in, it's gonna miss that one below you guys. So I'm good. I'm good sending it here, I think.
All right. Yeah, if you're good there,
Yeah.
do trigger all.
Whoa! Big explosion. Gordon's like, "What? That's from you?"
All right. So 3 failed, 2 succeeded. This one was on life support, so he's definitely dead. I'm going to move him off. Let's see. The other 2 are dropped, so I'm going to go ahead and put dots on those guys to potentially have a chance to get back up.
Also, I
Adam.
don't know if that one that got a 16 because is slowed. If they are, they get a -2 to the dex save.
What is your spell save DC, Saline?
I have a +4 int, so it would be at this level 8 plus 7, so 15. Oh, it even says there at the top there. DC 15.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so that one would fail, so he'd take an extra 13.
If they're soldiers, there must be a commander.
Or a queen.
Wait, so I don't. Yeah, let me. I think it went backwards. So do those guys both failed, and then yeah. So I'm gonna say this one is also down because of the slow, and then I'll put the dot on him. Okay, I think that is all accurate now.
Okay. And then I think she will back up a bit to here so she can still see her friends, but just a little farther away from the front in case that attracted a lot of attention.
Okay,
Probably
Saline
not.
D20. All right, that one is also down. All right, so let's see. This one is going to move to here. Then the other 2 in initiative. So this one is also going to join this effort. And then that one is slowed, so I think he can move at half speed and then take an action, right?
Yep.
So yeah, he'll be able to join the clack as well then. Okay, and then Saline, throw me another d20 just so I can see if this guy actually... Okay, he's out as well. Okay, so it's these three that join together in the clack. So Cerilia and Tavern, I need con saves at disadvantage again.
I'd like to use a luck point if I need it.
Okay. Tavern at disadvantage, you succeed. You fail, Cerilia, so go ahead and roll a luck point. That's a 2, 7, so you got a 6 and a 7, so unfortunately that's still a failure. All right, so Tavern, you'll take half of this damage. So you take 6. Cerilia, you'll take full. You take 15 thunder. All right, that's those three's turns. And then, let's see. I think there's a couple. There's one. Yeah, so I need another spell effect roll from Blixel to see if this one shakes off his slow. He does not. All right, Cerilia, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna start swinging.
All right, who is your target?
And Taver, do you have a +1 AC while you're in that aura?
Yep. Thank you. Love it.
Who
Oh,
is
sorry,
your
the target would be right in front of me.
Okay, that one will miss.
I'm going to use my card.
Okay, we'll put this guy over
right.
here. No, you're good. Targeting Boone. Immediately after you or an ally make a melee attack on an enemy. Make another melee attack at a different target within reach. All right, so with that card in effect, Cerilia, you get to pick a different target within reach to make a free attack on.
Let's go to the one behind it.
Okay, let's see it. That will also miss.
Dang it. Can I add a hero point or anything to...
You can if you wish, yeah.
But not be within reach.
So that gives you a 17. That will hit.
Oh, great.
All right, that's 15 points of damage as Shipwrecker smashes into the bug.
And I'm going to Pam the one right in front of me.
So remember, you still have your extra attack because that second attack was from the card from Blixel. So you still have your extra attack as well.
Good point. Well, I'll extra attack the one right in front of me.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. 12 damage. This one is also down.
And I'll Pam the one behind it.
Yeah, that thwacks it. 8 damage. This one is down as well.
Nice.
See, isn't this fun, Tavern?
Love it.
It's just a little noisy.
Okay, so, see, I've got a blue dot. I think that was Gordon. Gordon, give me a d20, please. Okay, that one is gone. Got another blue dot, Gordon, d20. Yep, that one is also gone. Okay. So this one will move up to here. This one is going to move up. Yeah, he's just actually going to attack you, Blixel. So defense roll, please. All right,
I'm
who
throwing
is
my
spending this
card
card?
down. Yeah, me. I
All
am.
right.
Those weren't attacks. I was waiting for an attack.
Yeah. So this is the Precision Jinx. Okay, so that's disadvantage for the attacker, which gives you advantage on your defense roll, Blixel. 23. Yes, that will certainly miss you.
The good one's gone. We killed it.
Okay, Gordon, your turn. Oh, actually, hang on
And
1 second. Yeah, this is the top of the round. So, Gordon, please roll me a d4.
No. All right, this is the infinite bug glitch, guys.
we're gonna level up like crazy.
All
Good
right,
farming
Gordon, it
spot.
is your turn.
They're just spamming here. This is great. You guys need help with your saving throws? All right, I'm going to throw Bless here. I was within 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. So Tavard, Serena, Blixel, you are bled.
Sweet.
Never turn down a bless.
All right, this one has previously been destroyed, so we are on this one. Red dot. Serena, d20, please. Yes, this one is dead. Tabard.
All right. Feeling that the gods just certainly love me right now, let me go ahead and patient defense.
You feel blessed.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm going to take that into effect. Thank you very much, especially since I'm about to get advantage. So, you know. Oh, and Adam, I'm going to get my +3 hit points back.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go down here. Still be in this area here. I'm going after the one that's wounded first already.
All right, the one directly south of you. Yeah, that'll hit. Yes, he is smashed to 0.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and also hit the one that is slowed because, well, that's a -2 to his AC. I'm blessed and everything like that. Let's hope I don't miss this guy, right?
You do not. That'll smack him. He is wounded by that crushing blow.
All right, so that's my stuff.
Okay, I got an orange one. Tabard, d20. All right, he is.
I'm just kidding. I
dead.
rolled a 1d19 to be funny. So
Oh,
let me roll.
okay. I believed it. Now it's going to punish you, right? Oh, no, he is dead.
Okay, I gotta have my fun one. I'm allowed one of those a session, right? So.
Let's see. I've got a purple down, and purple was Saline. Saline
Me.
d20. Okay, that one is out. Okay, so this guy's going to move on up. That guy's going to move. This one is going to move to here, and he's going to do a clack. So I'll need both Serena and Tabard to give me con saves straight up.
Does there have to be 3 of them?
No, but if at least 2 of them connect, then your save's at disadvantage and the damage goes up. So this one's by himself, so it's a straight save at low damage. 16 will succeed, 11 will fail.
She didn't add her bless.
Serena's blessed. Want me to roll? Yeah.
I have it checked on my modifier, but I guess it's not an attack.
There's a separate one for saves specifically that's like over in the corner. You'll want to turn that one on too. But yeah, just throw a d4 for this. 13 is good enough. All right, you guys both succeeded, so you'll both take half. Tabard, you're first. So that's 2 thunder. And then Serena, you will take 3 thunder. And then another spell effect roll, Blixel, to see if this guy shakes off slow. He does not. Okay, Blixel, your turn.
Okay, Blixel's going to pull out the Mocking Blade. And he is going to do a smite. on the one right in front of him.
Just to the south, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, so you're declaring a smite based on our house rule, okay? And then you're talking about the regular... Yeah, there you go. Okay, so a 14 will miss.
Can I spend a hero point on it?
You sure can. $17 will hit.
Okay.
Stabbing into the creature and wounding it. Divine Smite for an extra 11. He is indeed wounded.
All right. And he's going to use the bonus action. What is it again? The
Vicious Mockery from the Mocking Blade.
This is Mockery. Yeah. And be
All
like,
right.
you're not even worth the gold on your skin.
Spell effect, roll Charisma. Let's see if you got enough. Yep, that'll do it. Go ahead and roll the 2d4 damage. He is very badly wounded.
Okay.
And he is
That's it.
mocked. Okay, next up is Saline.
Is it worth it?
The D&Der's Dilemma.
There's still a lot of guys, so maybe I do one more here. And they keep respawning, I am assuming. So, yeah,
We'll be 12th
let's...
level when we get out of here.
Let's send it.
I'm going to go ahead and shrink that guy down.
Maybe more coming. I think this is the best I can do with what she can see. So yeah, that gets that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, and anything coming up the hallway that they've been running down that I cannot see. So, yep, here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I say something real quick, Adam?
You can say anything you like, but as long as it doesn't take away what just happened.
Oh, no.
If I play my card, does that only apply to one?
Let me refresh real quick. Your card was not being displayed for me, so just one moment. Blixa, was there something you wanted to add, or I just want to make sure I didn't cut you off there?
No, I was just going to use my gem from the hero power, or hero point, but that's fine. I passed my turn before I did it, so...
Okay, yep. I think that's up to a minute, so you could certainly do that next time. Yeah, that would only affect one of them, Serena. Would you like to spend that?
No, just...
Okay, I was going to say, and then, I mean, I would let you do it this time, but yeah, the idea is that you declare that before the damage is actually rolled. It doesn't specifically say that, but that's the intent.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. We've got those effects on screen. I am refreshed, and I can see everything again. Okay, so 3 of them did go down, so I'm going to go ahead and put purple dots on those guys.
Any over max? Because a few of them were pretty low.
I'm not sure what you mean by over max.
Like, killed outright if I did more than enough damage from their remaining HP.
So you did 23 points of damage for those that failed, and no, that wouldn't kill any of them outright.
Okay.
Okay, so...
It's not the remaining, though, is it?
It's
their
remaining plus full.
Oh, okay, yep.
So, yep, we got... yeah, actually, so you might not even be able to see how many you dropped, so I'm not going to say. But yeah, some went down, and I put purple dots on those that have. So, yeah, I think we're good. Anything else on your turn, Celine?
Done.
Okay, so we're back to a beetle turn. This is a Celine D20, please.
Got it.
That's been a lot of 4s on that roll. Okay, that one is out. All right, this one was a Serena drop. Serena D20. All right, this one is currently slowed, but is still active. It is going to move into your range, Serena, if you wish to strike it. Yeah, that'll hit. Wounding the creature, and then that makes it where he can't move further. So now instead of trying to come up and bite you, he's going to clack you. So con save, Serena. That will be a failure.
With bless, if you have it.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to add that.
So
Sorry.
it's below the saving throws. Do you have a global save modifier for bless there?
There's nothing but below it.
Oh, looks like yours got... Let me turn that on for you real quick, Serena. All right, now you should be able to see it. I just checked it for you for future. Unfortunately, Tang will still fail. So here comes damage from that. That'll be 7 points of thunder damage. And then another spell effect roll from Blixel for that slow. Yep, he's still affected. And Serena, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to step. Never mind. I'm going to swing first.
Yeah, that'll hit. 13, he is down.
If I step up to here, I can reach that one, right?
You can, yeah. 19 will hit. 15, this one is also dropped.
And then I'm going to back up to here to get Blixel in my +1 AC.
Sure, yeah, he's affected by your aura now.
Or actually, if I go here, can I Pam this guy from here?
You could.
Let's do that.
Wow, experience move there.
That'll hit.
Nice.
That one is dropped as well.
Nice. 3.
Think you found your calling.
This is fun. And then I'll step back to here just to try to keep Tavern covered for my turn.
Okay. All right, Serena, D20, please. All right, that one is dead. Celine, D20.
Just thinking about it. It's rolling the dice. There it goes.
That one is also dead. And Celine, throw me a D4, please. And then a
Got it.
D20. Okay. And that one you just rolled for, he is out. All right, so that one I'm removed. All right, so we are at the top-ish of the round, the top of the players' round. Since we're halfway through, guys, let's go ahead and take our break here. We'll come back and finish up this battle on the other side of our break.
Sounds good. See y'all in a
All right.
bit.
See everybody in 15. All righty, folks, we're back in the second half of the session. Team is still in battle. Let's get you guys back over there. And let's go ahead and put you guys on. We'll do a different kind of up-tempo music this time. Okay. All right, Gordon, we left off on you. It is your turn.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Hey, Serena, you're doing a great job. It's so inspiring.
Hey, sometimes you're having fun.
You are having fun. I'm going to step back from my 30. That's my action and movement. I'm done.
Okay, Tabard.
All right, I'm going to move up 5 here so I can get a better visual of what's going on. I'm going to see my buddy Blixel in a bad spot. So, Adam, I'm assuming I can't climb. I can't just jump up here. I'm assuming that's
You could. Yeah, you could. It's not super high. It's like a 5-foot stairway. So, being a monk, I would say you had no problem doing that.
All right, I'm going to go here. I am not going to go ahead. I'm going to tell folks there's more coming towards Serena, but I'm going to go ahead and just hit this guy twice. I'm not going to use a key point on this, Adam. I'm just trying to save some key.
I don't know if I've ever seen this from you before. You're not patient. Okay, let's see it.
Hey, it could happen, right? If I hit 1 out of 2, I'm in good shape, I think. I got Bless on, right? So
you do, yeah. Yeah, 30 will do it. Yeah, I think 30 will work. All right, you wallop him hard. Yeah, 27 will hit as well. Yeah, smacking him again. Now you can use that elusive bonus action that's always eating out my patient defense.
I was gonna go ahead and do that. I was like, let's do an unarmed just because I can, right?
Absolutely, yeah. 17 will hit. 10 damage will take him down.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and point just to this way and say there's more coming that way. And I see more that way. And that'll end my turn.
All right, this is the one that you just took down. Tabard D20, please.
Oh my god.
That's a 1, right?
Whoa!
He is definitely dead.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're eating, typing, and everything at the same time. Right?
All right, this is one Serena took down. Serena D20, please. Yes, that one is also down. And this is one that Celine took down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This one is not down. Okay, let's see. Well, it's going to move into Serena's area.
I can swing, right?
You can. Serena's going to miss.
It still has slow, right? So
it does.
Yeah,
that is a 12, but 12 will unfortunately miss. Okay, it is going to clack, and that is actually going to hit 3 of you. So Serena, Tabard, and Blixel, I'll need a con save straight up from all 3 of you.
And I did not do patient defense.
Blixel has failed. Serena succeeds. Tabard fails. All right, Blixel, you failed first. Here's your damage. 5 points of thunder. Serena, you succeeded, so you'll take half of this. 2 points of damage. Tabard failed, full damage. 4 to Tabard. All right, you've lost concentration on slow. All right, this reverberation sound is too much to concentrate, but it is your turn, Blixel.
Okay, Blixel's going to rush around. Actually, here. Go to here. He will. So this wait, is this one? This one's alive, right? Okay.
That one is alive. Yeah, I just removed the purple dot because that one sprung back to life.
He'll stab out with his sword at it.
Okay, mocking blade at the creature. .22 will hit, and that will drop it.
Okay, so as a bonus action, then he will vicious mockery this one right here.
All right, spell effect roll for your vicious mockery. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, it is wounded by that taunt and has disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay. And I guess he will move one back. Can you move that diagonal as one
That would
space?
technically be 2. Yeah, you can't move through the wall.
Okay, so in that case, he will move on to the dead bodies of these things, or are they too much in the way as
Nope.
well?
Yeah, you can stand on a dead body.
All right, sweet. That's what he does then.
All right, you are on it. Okay, Saline.
All right. Have we seen them? Is this a ledge down here?
That is a wall. You can see a ledge here, but this is a solid wall.
I see. All right. So then she's feeling comfortable, and this up here is the webbing, right? I can kind of see
Yes.
the bounds of it. Yeah, okay.
That is one large section of webbing. Yep.
All right. So she's gonna start coming down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll stop here. How the ledge is about 5 feet down.
Yes.
Do I have? Oop, that's not the right tool. Do I have a line of sight on this one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're talking about shooting something, I would say no. If you're doing like Sacred Flame, then yeah.
I am unwilling to move any further forward, so I will attempt Sacred Flame.
Okay.
That is a spell effect roll.
Yes. It is not affected.
I tried. Any bonus actions? No. I will step back 1 space, and because that's the rest of my movement.
Okay, this one, Serena drop. Serena D20, please. Yes, this one is down. And Serena, it is your turn.
Okay. And take a step forward. Push another one. What does the down arrow mean again?
He has disadvantage on his next attack because he was mocked.
Poor guy.
Yeah, one of his legs is shorter than the others.
That's harsh.
Ooh, that will be a fumble. Let's see a fumble roll, Serena. You fall prone and your movement is reduced to 0. So you drop to the ground as you swing, slip on a dead bug corpse, and hit the ground.
Can I extra attack from the ground?
You can, but you're attacking at disadvantage now because you're prone. So 15, that will hit on the dot.
Okay, can I use my card?
You can, yes.
I don't know, maybe I should have saved it, but I don't want to forget.
I think this is the first session. Almost everybody has spent their card. Okay, damage boon. When you are now hit a creature attack, increase the damage dealt by proficiency bonus D6s. So you guys currently are proficiency bonus 3, so you'll deal an extra 3d6 damage on this attack. Okay, so 10, 12, 23. Yes, he's down. Smash into him solidly. All right, we move to the one that you just dropped's turn. D20 roll, Serena. Yes, he is down. Okay, this one's turn. He's going to move on in. And he's going to clack. Clacking at both Cerilia and Blixel. Constitution saving throw straight up. Cerilia succeeds. So Cerilia, you'll take half of this. So 1 thunder, and then Blixel, you will succeed, taking half of this. 4 thunder. All right, top of the next round, and we have Gordon.
Okay, there's a little tingle in the back of his head about this giant web behind him, so he's gonna move 5, 10 to here. More bad guys to the south. 2. And I will 5, 10. Go one more. I'm gonna go to there, and I am gonna Toll the Dead this guy in front of Cerilia.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. Wounding the bug with necrotic energy.
Brian, I don't think that one was damaged. That should be 2d8,
Oh.
my friend.
Cheater.
Oh, good call.
Cheating.
Whose side are you on?
Giving him
3
back
back on.
30, because times 10 for the air. Just kidding. He got 3 back. All right, this one's turn is going to move up, climbing over the ledge to get to here.
Yeah.
Tavard's turn.
All right. I'm going to chance it again.
You should stand on the other side, I say, in 6 seconds.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to patient defense.
Okay. That'll hit. Wounding the bug. That'll critically hit. Okay, so this will be a true crit. Go ahead and post that damage, and then advantage if it's still up. 19, it is not still up.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot. I'm going to assume that my friends can take care of that one there. I don't want to leave these guys to that. So I'm actually going to shoot. Actually, I am going to go down here, and I'm going to hit him with my fist.
Okay. Yes, that will hit as well. Smacking into him and wounding him. Okay, and it looks like Blixel, you are on that corpse. That was your kill, so Blixel, D20, please. That one is down as well. All right, so it's just this one, and he's going to go ahead and move up to there. Blixel, your turn.
Okay. They call me the finisher. Because I kill steal all the time, and Blixel's just going to swing at this one.
You get
All
double
right.
XP for that.
Yeah, so that'll critically
Nice.
hit as well. All right, true crit plus a bleed effect. Believe it or not, 6 is exactly what he had left, so he is down.
All right, is it a scion?
It is not, afraid.
And you rolled snake eyes on that crit.
I know, yep.
All right. And then he will, I guess, go forward a little bit just to see what's what.
And I'm going to go ahead and take that one off prematurely just because of that bleed effect. He would be down anyhow.
And I'll end my turn.
Okay, Saline.
I will step one space to the south for a clearer shot on this guy. And I will firebolt it. I will firebolt it when my character sheet loads.
Gotta load up your firebolt thrower. Okay, another crit. What in the world's going on here, guys?
Hot dice tonight, I guess.
Yeah, that's pun on a pun with a fire damage. All right, max damage and a major injury. Well, let's see if it survives max damage.
Twice the
wait,
maximum result of my
that's
damage would
40
be
damage,
40.
right?
Yeah, 40 damage. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think the injury matters.
It doesn't. In fact, that's killed outright because it does more than his total health.
There we go.
Nice.
And back.
Well, what I will say, guys, is there's only one apparent opponent left, and you guys act before it, so you can easily just give it the bonk of death, and I'm going to take us out of combat.
All right.
Alrighty, so you guys have just been in this long, grueling battle with these creatures. Not what you would consider to be super dangerous, but with enough of them together, that thunder can certainly hit pretty hard.
Here comes the identification check.
Blixel's trying to listen to see if he hears anything else coming their way.
Go ahead and throw a check for that as well, Blixel. Saline, what I will say is based on your result, you don't know much about these creatures, but you think they're called clacker beetles, and this one in particular is called a clacker soldier beetle. You know that they have this clacker effect, but you don't recall much else about them.
Okay.
Can I check if they have anything of value?
On their bodies themselves, or do you mean searching the area around here?
The bodies themselves, like venom or gold or anything like that.
Go ahead and throw me a blind check as well, Serena. So as you're listening for anything out of the ordinary, Blixel, you don't hear anything strange, but I will say off in the distance here, down like by this ledge over here, you spot what looks like another one of these beetles, but it is completely solid stone, and it is facing south.
So I got a question. You know, when you were talking about, Adam, that this area here was looking like, was it the whole web with solid sheet?
No,
Or was
just
it
the
just-
back of it. The back of it, it looks like there is so much thick spider web that it appears as though it is as thick as sheets back there.
Hey guys, do you want to go check that area out? I'm wondering if maybe someone was captured back there.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's on my head. We could burn those webs, but Blixel spotted another beast down here.
Well, it looks like one that used to be one, but it's made out of stone now.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Saline, there's something made out of stone. Makes me nervous.
I don't know. Maybe these bugs turn to stone somehow.
Why are you saying it like that?
I think he's implying that something might have been able to turn it to stone. Does it look like a creature that was once alive, or does it look like a carved statue? Like maybe something.
Looks just like these things.
Oh yeah, it's got a health bar and everything, huh?
We were all thinking it.
Well, I didn't see it from my position.
I don't know what
yeah,
you're talking about. It's just a beetle made of stone.
I agree with Gordon if that is the case. Being turned to stone is probably a fate we want to avoid if possible.
You don't know. They might have a rich artistic heritage and carved it themselves.
Could do. I don't know much about these creatures, it's true.
Blixel touches himself and cures his wounds.
What? Oh,
Not that kind of game, Blixel.
But I think Tavard's suggestion has merit. Perhaps we should make sure everything behind us is secure before we
yeah.
continue.
So we get to go light that web on fire?
I wouldn't light it on fire. I'm thinking maybe, someone slashes the webs a little bit and see what they can loosen up.
Let's make some silk pajamas out of it.
Not that kind of game, Blixel.
That's Saturday night's game.
Oh, wow.
I
Once
hope
again,
not.
I almost just walk right into it because it really blends in.
It does, yes. And that's a good effect because that's how real webs are. Sometimes you don't see them and then you're right on top of them. So what I will say here, guys, is if you're trying to get to that part of thickness, if you start burning it, if it really catches, you think it's going to burn that thick part as well. If you have a sharp blade of some kind, you can certainly cut through it to get to that thicker spot if that's your intention.
Yeah, I don't want to use fire.
Serena
Alright, who's
sadly
got the
couldn't
sharpest
do
blade?
anything.
Mine's a poker. It's not a...
I got my grandpappy's favorite hand axe.
Well, we just picked up that glaive, right? From the other room. Would that
Yeah, I
work?
think that's gooder.
About the glaive, this is one of the few things that I have from the 5 years that I can't remember anything that happened to me. So I'm kind of glad to have it back.
And I'm glad you have it back because I touched you to give you 12 healing. Oh my god.
That was a very comforting backpack. Thank you.
You have a very supportive team, Serena.
Yeah, now use the glaive.
I thought you were the sentimental type. All right, I will start swinging, but yeah, with the glaive.
All right, so I will say to do this carefully, it's going to take you about 10 minutes, but you do manage to cut this web down and get to the area that you're trying to get to, which essentially is that more thick spot. So I'm going to put red like this to indicate this web no longer exists. Once you get to the thicker spot that is back here, like in this corner, you basically have to cut the strands off, and then you find yourself, Serena, holding this long, thick piece of, it just feels absolutely luxurious. It's like really high quality silk. You assume this could be worth some money. It's pretty long, probably about 8 feet long by 4 feet wide.
Okay, here's the nest that somebody wanted.
Oh, awesome. Is there anything else underneath it or anything?
It's just flat, right?
Yep, you
anybody
don't
have
see anything else of interest here, Serena.
Anyone able to detect magic or anything?
Yes. What is that called again? Magic awareness?
Okay, you use your magic awareness, but the only magic you detect is on yourself or your companions.
It's just regular old beetle silk.
Hey, maybe we come back for that. That looks nice.
Well, I mean, it's not sticky, right? So can I just roll it up and
You
add it to my
can.
backpack?
Yep, you can. It's not very heavy. All this together is probably like a half a pound.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna pack it away.
I'm telling you, pajamas. That's the way to go.
So I just made a quick group check for you guys on this, and what I will say is Blixel and Celine, for whatever reason, the idea kind of runs through your mind while you're pondering this, that this is probably worth some money, of course, that you could sell this, but you've also heard tales, or maybe you've heard people in the capital talking about this on occasion when you've been spending some time like in local establishments or shops and that sort of thing, that really high quality silk like this can be enchanted to create certain kinds of magic items. Usually the magic items are related to the quality and the type of material that you're bringing them. So this seems like it might be the perfect component for a magic item creation.
Like
Hmm.
robes for a monk. I mean, throwing out ideas, people.
We got pajamas. We got robes.
I wear
It's a.
pajamas made out of silk.
I think a very special person will want to buy this stuff. I'm telling you.
You're broke, Blixel.
You can use it to enchant. I'm telling you. We find someone, they'll pay top dollar for this stuff.
I'm assuming Bless is off.
Yeah, I believe that's only a minute, so yes. Oh, also, I'll go ahead and remove the Bill's luck card. It didn't really come into play, but that is also off.
You know what? It was lucky it didn't.
I know, you guys rolled so many crits that battle, it was like, what was going on? Okay, as you guys are kind of moving through this area, you're noticing bits here and there. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but Saline, based on your just sort of passive nature, I would say what you're able to put together is that there's a lot of webs in this area. So at one point in time, there was clearly an arachnid presence, but you can find bits and pieces of what. So basically the assumption you come to, Saline, is these beetles have taken over this area and likely killed and ate the spiders. You're finding small bits of spider pieces here and there, but you don't believe that there's any spiders left.
Hey, what's up here, guys?
Let's check.
Celine, do you think I should write down spider soak instead of beetle soak?
Yes, probably.
Okay.
I think beetles do dung and spiders do web.
Got it. What kind of things turn things to stone?
Maybe something in this room.
Is that a common mythology here, or do we need to check for that?
If you're just asking, I would say the only thing that kind of commonly comes to mind would be like a Medusa, but that's just because people like old wives' tales and that kind of thing talk about that. But there's probably other things. So if you want to make a check, you might be able to figure something like that out.
I might as well try.
So, yeah, I would say you know of a few different types of creatures that would do this. Medusa certainly is one of them. You've also heard of creatures called gorgons before that have a breath weapon that can turn individuals into stone. You've also heard of things like basilisks, which if you look at them, they can turn you to stone. And you've also heard really wild tales of a type of dragon that can turn people to stone, but that one seems incredibly far-fetched and no one's ever really seen one.
Sure. Do any of them stand out as potentially living in subterranean caves? From what I know?
I would say potentially all three of those.
Okay. Could be any number of things. Most of them scary.
To you, maybe.
Was there web in that room too, Adam, that I see?
Yes, you can see a little bit of remnants of webs on either side. It looks like most of it has been destroyed, however.
Is this a dead end?
There might be more pajamas in that room.
Do I see any soak?
Nothing like you did in the first room. Little strands here and there of the spider web, but nothing that looks to be, like collectible.
Yeah, I'm not sitting here and winding these strings together.
Did someone do it, or was it just so much?
You mean the part that I collected?
Yeah.
I just thought maybe it was like part of a nest or something. Okay, I think this looks like a tunnel here, but does anybody want to... Does anybody want to go this direction?
Let's just cut these webs down.
This section of web is more anchored up high on the stone plinths, as you can see from the little connectors there. So you can freely walk under this one. This is probably 20 feet over your head.
Is there anything strange in this area where I'm at, Adam? Can I do a check and look for
What do you
something
mean by
off?
strange? You certainly can make a check, but give me an
Yeah.
idea of what you're looking for.
I'm gonna look and see if there's something been buried or is there access here out
Okay.
secret tunnel or something.
So you're like checking the ground and the wall. Okay, yeah, throw me a check. Nothing that you can tell, Gordon. It just looks like a typical rock wall.
See, that's the stone one.
Do you want me to go check it out? Or Serena,
Just
you can tap
careful
it
what
with
you
your...
look at.
Adam-
Is there any change in the ceiling and around any ledges or these walls?
You don't see any ledges except for the way that you came from, which is to your west, where you see those stairs. Everything else is walls. The ceiling is always higher in the middle of these areas than it is like in the tunnels. So here, again, probably 30 feet up is your ceiling where you're standing, Gordon.
Got it.
I'd like to investigate this stone beetle. And, you know, when you face a creature in battle, you really get to know them. So I feel like I could probably judge by its stance what was happening to it when it turned to stone.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to look at the stone statue and you're guessing that it was turned to stone, and then you're trying to examine its disposition to try to determine what was happening to it. Okay, I'm following you. Blind check.
Is he screaming help?
Did it look like when I was killing him?
I will say, best you can tell, Serena, this statue of a bug, it's not like it looks almost like it was at rest. I will say, is the best you can tell.
Maybe it's just a stone. I mean, it's definitely like not just a live beetle that happens to be made of stone, right?
It's not moving or anything like that would give you that impression.
Adam, I'd like to do a check to tell, because you said it's staring down the south area here.
Yes.
So I'd like to go ahead and try to get an idea by seeing any footprints or anything that these beetles have they stayed away from this area is what I'm looking for.
Okay, sure.
Not
Blind
very
check,
many
Tabard.
droppings.
Say what, Serena?
I said maybe there's not very many droppings.
You can't really tell, Tabard. There's not, I mean, again, rock floor, there's not a whole lot of like signs you can pick up on movement and things. It doesn't look any different here than it looks to the south.
All right, so no beetle poopings or anything, right?
There certainly is around, but you don't notice less poop of beetles to the south than you do here.
Sounds good.
What does this little alcove look like?
It looks like a bunch of destroyed webs.
I'm gonna do a search for like anything interesting on the
Okay.
ground and webs.
Yeah, throw me a blind check. No, doesn't look to be anything of interest here, Serena, based on that check.
Yeah, I might not be the best person for the job. But everything looks safe, guys. There's 2 different tunnels to choose from. An embarrassment of riches. Should we take this stone beetle home and put it in the castle entryway as a cool sculpture?
The council room seems cool.
Is it made out of gold now?
Made out of stone.
Yeah, I'm not lugging that around.
Adam, I'm going to try to pick it up.
You are able to. I figured someone was going to say this. So I was trying to get a rough estimate on weight. So I'm going to make a rough guess here. Dog size, I'm going to say it's about 150 pounds.
I'm going to move it over to here. And I'm going to look underneath it, see if it just happened to be. Hey, you never know, right? So
Yeah, you look in that area after you have moved the stone beetle, but there doesn't seem to be anything of interest there.
It does seem interesting. I mean, I bet it could be a collector's item, but I don't think we should lug it all over the place, you know.
It looks
Yeah,
heavy.
We need a good way of carrying some interesting things.
Are we interested in going down south?
Let's go this way so we don't leave an uncleared area.
Wait, what does that mean? Why can't we?
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, because we went back to the east, right? We don't want to pass an uncleared area.
You talking this way?
Copy.
Blixel's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Okay.
Adam, is the green coloring, is that anything?
It does look a little bit odd, doesn't it, Tabber? These walls do seem to have a little bit of a green pitch to them.
Can I kind of take a check and see if I can identify it?
Sure, yeah, go ahead and give me a blind check.
May I help?
Although I'll probably say, Celine, do you have an idea what this green stuff is?
You've been called up to the major, Celine. Blind check.
All right, let's try it.
This looks, best you can tell, Celine, this almost gives you the impression that perhaps there is some kind of collection or storage of acid in this walls, in this area.
Yes, acidic buildup, perhaps. Um, do I have an idea of what might produce it? Or can I guess it might have been the beetles? Depending on which
Um,
direction we saw them scurrying into.
I would say, based on this check, you don't think that this is associated with the beetles. This might be
Okay.
part of like a natural underground ecosystem kind of thing, or it could be produced by a creature. I mean, there's many different things, but I will say you don't think it's dangerous right here. It's not like it's going to explode out or anything like that.
Okay. So yeah, that.
Can you repeat that, Celine? Just kidding.
Yeah, it's not going to explode or anything, but it could be some kind of natural buildup or
Just kidding.
As you make your way over here, Serena, you notice that the tunnel here seems to just dead end.
Do these tunnels seem naturally created or not?
Blind check, Serena. As best you can tell, yeah, they look naturally created. Or perhaps naturally formed might be the better way of saying that.
Can I check and see if this was naturally ended or if there's been a geological event that may have caused the tunnel
Sure,
to stop?
good. Yeah, throw me a blind check. As best you can tell, it just stops here. There doesn't seem to be any kind of like fallout or damage or anything like that. As you continue moving on, Serena, you're like, oh, are we back in that spot where the tunnels were 2 miles
Yeah.
long again? What's going on?
Reminding me. Guess we're
Hold
back
on.
on our hike. Play us the song, Blixel.
This is more of a drum march.
Boy, she's fast.
I believe it was in black and white, but what did I spot?
I don't know. What did you spot?
I put an arm out to stop Tavard, and I put my finger to my lips. Oh, there's something. Shoot, I can't see it from here.
Adam, I'm going to peek around this ledge area here.
You gotta take another step closer.
Is it a beetle?
Far away.
Is it a beetle?
Oh crap! You just walked right out.
There's something down there, but I don't know what it is.
Lex, I'll use your brand new spanking eyes.
Okay.
Looks big, but I don't know.
All right, as you get that close, Blixel, you can make a little bit of this creature out at the edge of your distance, at the edge of your vision. It looks like a giant slug of some sort.
That's all I could see was the antenna.
Yeah, it's a giant slug, guys. It was smiling at me.
Slain, should we be worried about a giant slug?
I'm worried about everything, but let's find out how worried I should be.
It probably have something to do with the acid, right?
Could do.
Slugging up the walls.
Is there more like on these walls as well, on the floor or anything?
Not that you're seeing.
Anyone got any salt?
Anyone got any garlic? Butter?
Dabber, do you want to go slug hunting?
I think we've got a big tunnel there. I think aren't slugs slow? I mean, maybe we've got some of the folks that can fire or something like that, right? You know, I mean, why should I go up right next to it like that?
I've never seen one this big before. Who knows how fast it could be?
Yeah, well, I know if I go right next to it, I might get gooey. Rather have some folks with some spells or something go after it.
What? We can't let them have all the fun. What do you think, Gordon? You want to go slug hunting?
Yeah, we need to keep moving.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how far, but somewhere like maybe 40, 60 feet on that side, there's a slug.
Careful,
Shit, it is big.
you might need to cast light or something down there for you. I don't know.
That's a big ass slug.
Cerilia,
Careful,
as you
Lilith.
get that close, you will notice that the slug raises its head and kind of looks in your direction and seems to just be looking at you.
I wave
And
without my shipwrecker in my hand.
it doesn't seem to react to your wave, but it is certainly looking at you.
Maybe they're friendly. We could ride them. Oh my god, there's another one.
Hold
Got
on.
two.
Don't go up close to it.
Why?
It's probably going to slime you.
Is their demeanor changing at all as I get closer? Or
The south one is now looking directly at you as well. You get the impression almost of them like tracking your movement.
Adam,
Well,
is there any acidic stuff on the walls here?
I can see a pool of it.
You do notice a little bit, kind of flecking here, Taver, but nothing significant.
There's a pool of the green stuff down here.
Yeah, we're in the fatal funnel, but we got to keep moving, I think. Right, guys?
Yeah, Cerilia
Yep.
doesn't like how long and straight these hallways are.
Right.
She thinks
That
some.
was a different part of the cavern.
Do you make these, Adam? The maps?
I do, yes. I try to
Yeah.
throw very different situations at you guys. Can't always be big open rooms, perfect for fireballs, right?
Oh my god, he is
What
big.
tool do you use for the maps, Adam?
These are actually purchase maps. There's a guy out there in the marketplace, Gabriel Picard, does really great maps. If you're interested, definitely check him out. He does a really good job on it.
Nice.
Is that a beak I see on him?
No. Nope. So basically, you've got these antennas on the top and on the sides, and then kind of like a maw. I guess you might call that like a beaked maw, but not like a bird beak. It's more of just like the shape of the teeth, I guess.
Now that it's in the light, can I do it? And I'm looking right at it. Can I do a check to try to identify it?
Sure. Yeah, so this is exactly a giant slug. You know that they're not particularly fast, but they can climb. They don't have the ability to like stick upside down on things, so that you won't find them like climbing upside down on tunnels and things, but they can easily climb up the side of things. They have a good ability to see in the dark. They can also detect movement when someone's in contact with the ground that's anywhere close to them, really. So basically tremor sense is how you would determine that. Not only can they bite, which is pretty vicious, they can also spit globs of acid at a pretty good range.
Pretty good is more than 30.
Pretty good.
But
Yeah.
Celine, are they friendly?
So
I
I
mean,
guess what I would say,
they're
what you know
animals.
about their demeanor is they generally, obviously all animals eat stuff, and generally they eat things that are smaller than them. So you guys obviously qualify as being smaller than them. You would know that they're overly aggressive, but if you came across a hungry one, it might try to eat you.
And it hasn't attempted that so far. So,
Do they look hungry?
Serena, yeah, do they look hungry?
well, if
I'm
they
not sure
were
how you would
hungry,
tell that.
well, we would tell it by when she got like within 10 feet of it. It would probably go for her, right?
Okay,
But
well,
One possible theory.
Let's keep going.
I think we're the exterminators today, guys. We just gotta keep exterminating these giant. No slug should be this big.
It's unnatural. Wait, is it?
You want me to get up close to it when it
No,
is
you
acidic?
let's just start shooting it.
With darts?
Well, whatever you got, javelin, whatever. We'll all start shooting it.
Down this
Maybe-
tunnel where we're all
Maybe
stuck
it'll
in.
let me. Maybe it'll let me just walk right by.
Right.
Does it seem aggressive at this point?
It's
That
following
if I
you
were to,
and your movement very closely, but it hasn't like lunged or made any movements towards you.
oh my god, you guys, there's another one.
Does it look hungry?
So I would assume that leaving something's reach, you would have an idea if it has.
So
Bad
that
intention.
opportunity attacks only happen in combat. You're not in combat right now, so you don't have to worry about that. If one of them wanted to attack you, I would say it looks like it's going to attack you, and then we would roll initiative.
This one's sort of blocking the way, so I can't even get by.
well, maybe we ask it nicely. Does anyone
What?
speak slug?
I can't do that anymore. I wasted it on the beetle.
Well, I
Can you
don't know.
gently move them, maybe?
You want me to touch this thing?
Look, no, I don't actually. But how else are we gonna get past him?
Yeah, the tunnel just keeps on going, so.
Does it go
What-
to the west?
It has to, because look at the map.
It just goes south. So.
I don't think we can see the map.
Oh, the other one's trying to get a good look at me. Why don't we try the other tunnel?
Oh,
These guys aren't bothering anybody.
okay, going back, guys.
Yeah, they're friendly.
You staying, Tavern? Do you want to pet him?
I'm just acting as the shield.
Where did that third one go? Did it go up the wall?
It climbed up a ridge, yes.
Well. Oh. Follow you, Tavern? Do you make another BFF.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna wave to the slug and ask it to move to the side there, Mr. DM.
It watches you as best you can tell intently, but it doesn't react to you motioning with your hand or speaking.
Can we like throw? I'm far away. Can we like throw food down where we want it to go?
Ah, I like that. That's creative. Yeah, I got food. I'll try it. I'll do it. I have
Oh, I'll be
rations,
near
I'm
them when
sure.
they're eating.
Is there any place we can... Tavard. Oh, he moved out.
Yeah, I think we gotta keep on going south.
Ah. Through this way. All right. I'm gonna get some rations, Adam, and I'm going to try to throw them into this corner to see if they both will go get it. I'll say food, and I'll toss it over in that corner.
It will follow the motion as you toss it into that corner, and you'll notice it kind of like turns its head and looks in that way, and then it turns back and looks at you.
Oh my gosh. I don't think they want us to go past them.
I don't think they're that intelligent. I think they're just curious.
Well, now I got to pick up my food. Right, Chavard, you owe me some food.
Yeah, somehow you figured that math out. I don't know, but whatever.
All right, so guys, hey, look, so we either kill these guys or we go around. What are we doing?
I say we look at the other tunnel, and if we gotta go this way, we kill these gentle giants.
All right,
All
Tavard,
right.
you're being outvoted, buddy. Come on, let's go
It's
back.
just
Serena
so
wants to go the
long.
other way.
If you guys would like, I can fast forward you if you want to just stop. You're heading to the tunnel where you saw the beetle statue, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, just one moment. Zoom out on this giant map. All right, you make your way all the way back up to here.
Probably best to go stealthily if there might be a creature capable of turning things to stone.
I'll have to stay back with my light. So good luck, guys.
Is that the group's intention? You're all trying to be stealthful?
Yeah, I'll go stealth.
Yes.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to lock tokens for a moment just because this is way faster. I'm going to throw a group stealth check for you guys. All right, you can feel free to move.
I'm stuck.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Adam, does this here look, I just read it, but I'll go ahead and ask, does that look like a stone one as well?
It does.
I was able to read it, but, roleplay purposes, right? So,
There's another stone beetle down here.
yeah, there goes our stealth.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. We got another one? Wonder what did this. Do they look exactly like the live ones we saw, except they're stone?
They're not. Yes, but they're not. All the statues aren't in the same position. They're slightly different, but yeah, they look very similar to the ones you fought.
That's what makes me think that they got turned this way. There's so many of them. What are we up to, like 5, 6?
Maybe like clacking and vibration brings them back.
Like this is just a spore beetle situation. They turn into spores.
Yeah, just careful. Don't sneeze too close to them.
I'm just waiting for the cliffhanger ending here.
Yeah, me too. I know Adam wants to go ahead and lock the tokens any moment now. So
Any
Tavern
second.
and Serena, you see a mysterious body of water.
You misnamed me again. Oh, them.
Nope, it's me. There's fresh water up here. Maybe there's a frog in it. Is it moving? Is it stagnant?
It is not moving. It looks pretty still, but also surprisingly, it actually looks kind of like clear. You said fresh. I won't go so far as to say that, but it actually looks like decent, like almost like an underground pond.
Go drink some, Tavern.
I'm wondering if remember when the lizard folks said that you go underwater and things like that, you can find something. I'm wondering if maybe we could throw one of those like copper coin, put a light spell on it, look down below.
Maybe this connects back to them somehow.
Is this where they told us to go? That we
I
would
don't
pop
think
out of
so,
this
but I'm just
water?
wondering if maybe there's more than one spot that does that, right? Just
Maybe we'll
never
find some
know.
mushrooms.
Could someone throw down a light spell down at the bottom and let's take a look at it?
Yeah. Give me a minute. I have to think about it. Here's a rock. You guys close enough to look?
I'll light the rock so you can keep your light.
Oh, thank you.
This is
I-
as close as Serena will get because she got eaten.
You
Can
go
you-
ahead and throw it in there, and after it hits the water, then I'll go close.
Can
All
you
right.
reach? Can you throw it from there, Celine? Or do you need to get closer?
Thaline's not throwing it. She's handing it off to someone else to throw.
Tavard.
All right, I'll toss the water. I'll toss it into the water, Adam.
Okay, yeah, the lit up rock descends, and looking in, you can see that this is about a 30-foot deep body of water. As best you can tell, now that it is lit up, you can see tiny, like rivulets of water coming through the northwest wall and adding to this collection. You get the impression that this water might be coming from the surface, or it might be coming from just a higher elevation, and it's being filtered through probably a ton of rock and stone and all of that, and that's why the water actually looks pretty clean.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
good
not
pond.
Anybody need to fill their water skins?
I mean, I'm a little thirsty.
Blix will eat it.
I'll take it. I'll take a drink.
It's
Go
kind
for it,
of
Mike.
got that almost like well water taste a bit to it, but yeah, it's drinkable water.
Tastes good. All right. Well,
Good to know, though. Maybe we should check it out later on.
did we saw that it like was smooth bottomed there too? It wasn't like there wasn't a way out through the water, right?
Correct. There doesn't seem to be any passages or any tunnels underwater.
Coming, Serena?
Adam, can we tell a certain way that these ones here may be staring at?
The general vibe you're getting is southwest.
There's no. Is there a tunnel over? Looks like it splits up a few different ways.
Yeah, this one here looks like it kind of goes over, maybe goes west after a bit.
Is this slime like those
It
slugs?
looks kind of like that acidic rock. All right, for the sake of time, I will say you guys follow this tunnel for about 150 feet, and it continues going on, aka you get to a arrow where you could continue to go off map if you choose.
Should we check the other?
Yeah, let's check the other way. Whatever turns people into stone's probably that direction. Let's go find it.
Yeah,
Great
let's go
idea.
look. Let's go look at it.
Said every D&D player ever, except for, maybe Celine.
Oh wait, I already was over here.
Adam's just like, and they're getting closer.
He's
a little
licking his lips
closer.
right now. I can feel it.
Oh, it's another
I don't
arrow.
know what you're talking about. Yes, you see the tunnel continues off to the west.
What's in this room?
Oh,
Oh.
I'm glad you asked, Serena. Let me lick my lips really quick. Okay, Serena, as you get to this location, you hear a hissing sound as a massive creature is suddenly revealed on the west wall. This creature stands almost 20 feet tall. And as you see it, and it looks at you, and you see this green, poisony, acidy looking stuff coming out of its mouth, and these flashing blue orb-like eyes flashing in its eyes. That's where we'll go ahead and end our session today, folks.
Oh my god.
Yep.
All right, hope everybody had a great session today. Next session, obviously, is getting close to Christmas, so once you guys get that post about our scheduled date, just let me know if anybody can't make it. If not, we'll try to call the session. It's like 3 days before Christmas, so it might be fine, but just throwing that out there. But yeah, great session, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will pick it up next week, if so, or the following session, and we will see where you guys get up to.
Sounds great. Thanks for the weekend, Adam. Had a good time. So, see you guys.
Absolutely.
See ya.
Great night, everyone.
Hey.
Good game, guys.